I step into the day with the dawn ringing in my ears. Oh, I tune into my TV show. No better way, I gotta get myself into gear. Let's go. Oh, and I feel good today with my wake up in the morning espresso. I feel good today. It's my feel good breakfast show.
And good morning and welcome to your Feel Good Breakfast Show on this beautiful Tuesday. It is wonderful to kick off of Tuesday nice and fresh in your company. We're in your company for 3 hours and you're in our company for 3 hours. It's lovely. Welcome. Good morning, Carissa.
Good morning,
You look lovely.
Thank you. I thought I would dress up just a little bit considering the fact that we're just days away from the month of love or the day of love that we are celebrating on the 14th.
Yeah,
I don't know
Friday.
about you, Ewan, but I am a big lover of love, especially recently. I've been dipping into it going, why not? How often do we get to really just hold up love and say, let's celebrate you?
Absolutely. Look, I've always said that Valentine's Day, sometimes a lot of people think it's very cheesy and so forth, but it is a day where you're allowed to go and express, your feelings for someone. It is different for me because I'm in a committed relationship.
Right.
Myself and my wife, we've been together for so long, and
Yeah, 2 kids later.
we celebrate the ups and downs of life together. We celebrate Valentine's Day every single day. But I remember as a youngster how excited you were for Valentine's Day because it's the day we will find out if you are loved and liked.
It's me. I'm the youngster.
That excitement was surreal.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So go out there, celebrate.
Yes. And find out if your crush, if it's, mutual, if the two of you can spend Valentine's Day together, just possibly. But I got to ask one person in particular if they are celebrating Valentine's and how they're doing it. Good morning, Zanele.
Good morning, my Cape Town family. I can tell that you guys are already just buzzing around this concept that you're calling Valentine's Day. Do you mind enlightening me? Because I'm not 100% sure, what is Valentine's Day? Is it? I don't know. Is it a
You
holiday?
see, this is my question. You know what? You can celebrate yourself and really embrace that self-love, or even a Galentine's Day.
A Valentine's Day.
Most definitely. Most definitely. I actually have a friend. She's someone who's been in a relationship for the longest time, but we actually meet up on Valentine's Day all the time because her man's always working. So, it's always nice to have those friends who do the charity work on Valentine's Day as well. Do you get what I mean?
For sure.
That's too good, Zanele. Well, listen, moving on from all of that, I need to ask you, what are we asking our Mzansi Expresso fam this morning? What are we getting into?
Yes, I thought you'd never ask, my Carissa. Mzansi, it is always so good to be with you. Thank you for joining us this morning. On your Feel Good Breakfast Show, you've always got a delicious, packed menu, but we always want you to hang out with us on the social media streets as well. And let's get into that Good Morning Post. This morning, we want to know, all in the name of Valentine's Day, if let's say 1 is just a normal day and 10 is full on flowers, candlelit dinner, something special, a beautiful, just menu for you and your person to enjoy together. How are you approaching Valentine's Day? We want you to come through and be honest with us as your Expresso family. I can tell you, for me, like I said, what is this concept? I am a -1 at the moment, if I must be very honest. But you know what? I'm going to be living vicariously through you, okay? You come and tell us, where are you sitting and does your partner feel the same? You can also send us a voice note, 063-408-8863. For now, we're jumping on into getting to know what's happening all around the world, but we're going to be checking out that Good Morning Post soon enough. My Carissa, what's going down with those news headlines?
My Valentine, 3 minutes after 6 o'clock. Let's get into your national news first, where the Hawks and the Road Traffic Management Corporation have arrested 7 traffic officers in Tabazimbi, Limpopo, for allegedly accepting bribes and selling driving licenses. Now, they are suspected of being part of a syndicate involving traffic officers and driving school instructors engaged in the illegal sale of licenses. Last Friday, 11 suspects were arrested at the La Palela licensing department. Road Traffic Management Corporation spokesperson Simon Zwane confirmed that the suspects face charges of fraud, corruptions, and contravening the National Traffic Act. Looking at other national news, South Africa's first black female nuclear scientist, Senamile Masango, has died at the age of 37. Dubbed the Queen of Science, she was a trailblazer who inspired young women. Now, Masango was the first African woman to join an African-led team conducting experiments at CERN, the world's largest particle physics lab. Honoured among South Africa's top young scientists, she won the 2022 International Women in Science Award. Deputy President Paul Mashatile called her, quote, a beacon of hope. Now, her dedication to science education and women's empowerment will be deeply missed. And of course, we send condolences to all her friends and family. Moving on to international news, the Sudanese military is seeking diplomatic backing for a new government it plans to establish after reclaiming Khartoum from Paramilitary Rapid Support Forces, or RSF. In recent weeks, the army has regained key areas in the capital. Army Chief General Abdel Fattah al-Burhan vowed to form a technocratic wartime government with a new constitution, refusing negotiations with the RSF. The nearly two-year conflict has displaced 12 million people and caused widespread starvation. Now, the Foreign Ministry urged international support, calling the plan a path to peace and stability. Meanwhile, Romanian's centrist president, Klaus Iohannis, has announced his resignation, saying he wants to, quote, spare the country from the crisis triggered by last year's cancelled presidential vote. Now, the December election was annulled amid allegations of Russian interference and a far-right candidate's first-round victory. Iohannis, whose tenure was extended, had planned to remain in office until fresh elections in May, but faced mounting pressure from far-right parties. Protests erupted last month, with far-right politicians calling the annulment a, quote, formalized coup d'etat. Iohannis has served as president since 2014. And to close up your 6 o'clock news, move over, Jaws. There's a new legend in the deep. Ocean researchers have tagged Contender, the largest male great white ever recorded in the Atlantic. Measuring a jaw-dropping 4.2 meters and weighing 750 kilograms, this ocean giant was first spotted off the U.S. coast and has since traveled 320 kilometers. Now, scientists will be tracking him for 5 years, gathering vital data to protect his species, classified as vulnerable. While great whites are often linked to South Africa's waters, they're truly global wanderers. Despite their fearsome reputation, shark attacks remain rare. Contender's journey can even be followed online, proof that these majestic predators deserve admiration, not fear. Perhaps one day he'll visit South Africa's famous shark hotspots. We'll have to keep an eye on that for sure. So we leave your 6 o'clock news. Let's delve into some sports. Here's Ewan with the latest.
Thanks, Chris, for the story. And right now, let's turn into some exciting sports stories from UEFA champions to potential earnings for Drickus du Plessis. But we'll start off with the Champions League. We're into, of course, the business end of the UEFA Champions League with a potential classic between two generational greats as Real Madrid and Manchester City fight for survival. And of course, after the revised, much broader round robin, it's suddenly into the playoffs and all high stakes with their status. Of course, the shock of neither team making the top 8 and meeting so early in the competition, adding to the gravity of this one in Manchester this evening at 10 p.m. Now, our City snuck through, but are building form at just the right time. Madrid's manager, Carlo Ancelotti, the perennial winner, believes the winner of this year's competition will be victorious on that field tonight. Again, they kick off at 10 o'clock, so make sure you set your alarms. It's going to be exciting. And then turning to the cricket tri-series in and also including Pakistan, yesterday New Zealand's skipper and veteran batter Kane Williamson achieved a significant milestone while smashing his first ODI century in 5.5 years during his team's clash against the Proteas at the Gaddafi Stadium in Lahore. Now, his inspired knock of 133 off 113 balls led New Zealand to a 6-wicket victory as the Kiwis successfully chased down the 305 needed, and in doing so, booking a place in the final. Notably, Williamson also surpassed legends like Virat Kohli and Sachin Tendulkar in terms of fastest to 7,000 ODI runs. Now, next up for the Proteas, who also did have some standout performances, like an amazing 150 off 148 from young Matthew Breetzke that hosts Pakistan today at 11. And turning our attention to some netball news, we touched, of course, on the SA men indoor hockey team's bronze medal yesterday, but we're yet to revisit the heartache for the Proteas ladies, who ended their season with a silver medal, still good, at the Vitality Nations Cup in London over the weekend. Now, the Jenny van Dijk-led side beat Uganda, Malawi and the hosts themselves in the round robin, only to fall to England 61-55 in the final. Now, Uganda defeated Malawi 50-45 to take the bronze medal. The very credible podium caps a great year of growth for South Africa, with significant wins abroad and dominance here on the continent as well. Also, some new stars emerging, like a goal attack Kamogelo Maseko, who will no doubt be on the international scouts radar, that's for sure. So congratulations to the English Roses for finally getting the Nations Cup crown. 6th time is a charm. And then we'll end up with this story, of course, Dricus's earnings. We round off with motivation for the young fighters grinding away out there as we talk the champs earning from UFC 312. Well, certainly, of course, hard-earned over a lifetime committed to the martial arts, and the endless grind, according to GiveMeSport.com, by successfully defending his UFC middleweight belt against Sean Strickland, Dricus du Plessis pocketed around $3.342 million. That's around 62 million rand. For getting the job done, of course, and for bonuses as well. And that was after the reported $2.042 million, a staggering 37.5 million rand from his win over Israel Adesanya. So we've got to say also kudos to Clinton Jones from The Citizen for a brilliant breakdown of potential fight earnings. Dricus du Plessis, my man, we are super proud of you for representing the way you do. That's where we leave your sport for now. We'll have another update for you just after 7 o'clock. Let's dive into the weather for the first time on your Tuesday morning.
It is your first weather update indeed. Thank you so much, Ewan. And of course, Expresso family, you know we're going to keep you up to date throughout the morning. But starting off with this, the SA Weather Service has issued a yellow level 2 warning for the Limpopo Valley, where disruptive rainfall could cause localized flooding in informal settlements and low-lying areas. Damaging winds and waves are expected between Cape Columbine and Cape Agulhas, making navigation difficult at sea. Extremely hot conditions are expected across parts of Namakwa District and the Western Cape, with temperatures reaching 36 to 40 degrees Celsius. Meanwhile, the combined dam level in the Western Cape has dropped below 80%, reflecting the expected summer trend following a good winter season of rain. We'll let you know if there's anything else you need to know. For now, though, we're jumping on into one of my favorite parts of the morning. It is your sunrise view. We always ask you to take a young snap of what your morning is looking like and let us show the rest of the country. And this morning, Arthi from Benoni, where it is a delicious 25 degrees Celsius today, you have done such a lovely thing by showing us these clouds along with that beautiful sunrise, the orange hues, and just it reflecting on the water. I'm obsessed with this, and I think that you could possibly look at a new, income stream of photography perhaps, because this is amazing. Thank you so much, Arthi. And of course, Mzansi, we ask you to please do your country duty as well and come and show us what your side of life is looking like on 063-408-8863. For now, let's go check out what's happening with your temperatures this morning.
Still some rather hot spots around the country. 41 there, my goodness.
Okay, Appies, we see you.
See, we feel you. Should we say we feel you? For sure. So there we have it, your weather. We'll have another update for you a little bit later on. If you've just caught the tail end of that right now, we are going to take a very quick break. When you come back, it is Tuesday. It's also Health Tuesday, not only a Relationship Tuesday, but we are talking about making sure that our cancer stats are correct. Why is that? Very, very important to actually be able to set up cancer fighting strategies positively and correctly going forward. So we are going to be speaking about that in just a second. And then Carissa.
Oh, I like your positioning, because we're talking about power. We're talking about precision when it comes to kung
Speed
fu.
as well.
Speed too?
Wait, did you see that?
Everybody
That was a roundhouse kick over your head just now. That's how
It happened so quickly.
quick it
I
was.
didn't even see that
Yes,
happen.
see, I've taken notes. Stick around for that. That'd be cool to join in after the break.
Only you can make my day. It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back here on your Feel Good Breakfast show this morning as we get your Tuesday started. Thank you so much for joining us, Mzansi, because you could have been anywhere else, but you know where the really important conversations happen, and it's right here on Expresso. It is Health Tuesday, and this is where we are getting to have an important conversation, one that you might not know about. Did you know that the statistics about cancer in South Africa are actually grossly underestimated? Listen to this. By 2045, cancer cases are expected to jump by a shocking 76%. It's scary, but the good thing is that there's hope, my friend. We're joined today by Dr. Majita Muchengeti as well as Belinda Wagner. And of course, it is Belinda who is from Living with Cancer. And it is beautiful Dr. Muchengeti who is also coming from NCR. And this morning, we're getting to hear from these beautiful ladies how they've come together to allow the cancer statistics in this country to possibly be a little bit more open, allowing others to know more about it. And more than anything else, everyone being in the know and those who need to be in the know being in the know are able to then have cancer fighting strategies that can work for all of us. So everyone, let's give them a feel good welcome, please. Good morning, ladies. How are you?
Morning. Wow.
That's good. Dr. Muchengeti, I want to start with you because some people are unfamiliar with what the National Cancer Registry is. Can you talk to us and tell us, what is it exactly and why is it so important to South Africa?
The National Cancer Registry is an arm of government, and its responsibility is cancer statistics.
Yeah.
So we're here to give you cancer statistics timely so that the government can be able to plan and make policies based on these cancer statistics. We are within the National Institute of Communicable Diseases, the NICD, at the National Health Laboratory Services.
Yes.
So our role is cancer surveillance, We're taking all the cancer data from the labs, and we also have population-based surveillance. We have nurses going to collect data
Yes.
within hospitals. Yes.
Sure. And can I tell you, there's so many people who don't know about what you just said, the fact that it's an arm of government, you know. But Belinda, I want to come to you very quickly, because we know that the World Cancer Day theme this year is United by Unique, focusing on people-centered ways to help these statistics be just a little bit less, and more than anything else, help those who are living with cancer. Can you speak to us a little bit about your personal experience? Because your story is one that is so inspiring, and I feel like it could help someone out there today.
Thank you so much. So yes, I was diagnosed in 2016 with a rare cancer, and I couldn't find a lot of information. So I was trying to tap into how do I get this detail, and it was quite difficult.
Yes.
So it was through this journey that I found the National Cancer Registry and thought, what could I do?
Yeah.
And that's when I started living with cancer, and we're the first patient-led cancer registry.
Wow.
I made a decision at the time that as a cancer survivor, I need to give back in some small way that I could.
That's beautiful. And you know, there's a lot of people who sometimes just think about doing something like that, rather. So the fact that you actually put it into implementation and made it happen, well done to you, Belinda. That's really beautiful.
Thank you.
Of
Thank you.
course. Dr. Muchangedi, I want to come back to you, because, you know, there's sometimes limitations when it comes to the NCR, especially because of sometimes how difficult it can be, you know, to get information and just, you know, find out about how certain people are living. Can you talk to us about, you know, just what the true burden of cancer actually is in terms of those limitations, and just how we can, you know, maybe help specific communities that are affected?
The biggest limitation is that the National Cancer Registry is a pathology-based registry. That means that we've got only cancer reported from labs. But we know that there are so many ways that cancer can be diagnosed.
Yeah.
Some patients never get that biopsy. A lot of patients will die before they've even gotten that biopsy.
Oh, my goodness.
There are other ways of diagnosing cancer. So that means that we are missing clinically diagnosed cancers, diagnosed radiologically, that is through scans and CT scans, like that. So those clinically diagnosed cancers are missed. So there's that gap. And we know this, and we want to have accurate stats so that we can plan well.
Yes.
So what we're doing with Living with Cancer is giving cancer patients themselves and their families a voice.
Come on.
We're asking them to contribute to cancer statistics, because they certainly know that they got cancer.
Yes.
It affected them immensely.
Yeah.
So when we give them a chance through the self-registration portal of Living with Cancer, that then directs this data to the National Cancer Registry, we're allowing cancer patients themselves and their families to fill the data gap that we have.
That's incredible. And I just want to come to you then, Belinda, in terms of, you know, Dr. Muchangedi just mentioning the work that you guys are doing together. Can you talk to us a little bit more about Living with Cancer and how it is that it actually helps out these people?
100%. So I think what's really important is it's the first patient-led cancer registry.
Sure.
So as a patient, you own your records and you share your records.
Yes.
And most cancer patients are very happy to do that. So we contribute and we support what the National Cancer Registry is doing, and that's really important. We have a partnership, and all the information that the National Cancer Registry uses will make a difference.
Yeah.
That's how the government makes their decisions on what the government and the pharmaceutical industry and the whole cancer community make decisions based on data.
Yes.
So we need data to make a difference.
Incredible. Ladies, I'm so proud of the work that you're doing, honestly. And I also think it's so beautiful that you were able to find each other so that you can help each other to get to this next step of really just getting South Africa in the right state with where we need to be with those statistics. The lovely thing is that you're not going anywhere. It is always all about us making sure that you are in the know of what it is that you need to be cognizant of when it comes to things like living with cancer or whatever it may be. And particularly on a Health Tuesday, Expresso family, we are not done just yet. We're going to be chatting some more to Living with Cancer as well as the National Cancer Registry, all about how it is that they're truly working together to help those who are affected by cancer and the families even as well. Right about now, I want to cross over to my Cape Town family. Guys, are you all good?
Feeling good, feeling lekker. Thank you very much for that inspirational chat as well. We are going to be continuing with that chat with the good doc in just a bit. For now, we are sticking to the theme of health, though.
It is time for Pharmacy of the Week, where we, of course, celebrate the dedicated professionals shaping healthcare across South Africa.
Absolutely. And this week, we shine that spotlight, and that very important spotlight, on Eureka Pharmacy in Bethlehem, proudly brought to you by Adcock Ingram OTC, sponsors of Brave. So today, let's meet the team.
Our pharmacies are on the front line of healthcare. This is Pharmacy of the Week.
I grew up in a community pharmacy since my school days and luckily realized in time how important good primary healthcare service is to the community you serve.
Ek dink dit is belangrik dat die pasiënte altyd kan voel hulle kan vertroulik na apteker toe kom. Ons het 'n goeie verhouding tussen kliënt en apteker en ons probeer altyd eers die pasiënte te help om koste ook te spaar.
A healthy living starts with understanding and unique health. So building a strong relationship with allowing you to know the customer better, that we can provide a better service and recommendation that needed with the customer, with their lifestyle.
Ons is meer as net 'n apteek in ons gemeenskap. Ons missie is om uitstekende sorg aan ons kliënte te voorsien en om te verseker dat ons kliënte altyd eerste kom.
En dan as ons hulle kan help ons hulle anders te verwys ons hulle na ons kliniek toe wat ook baie goed handig is.
Being brave to me means I take an initiative of helping the community who seek for medical help, who actually cannot afford even to go to the doctors.
Pharmacy of the Week, proudly brought to you by Adcock Ingram OTC, sponsors of Brave.
Carenza Parisi, proudly brought to you by Adcock Ingram OTC, sponsors of Brave.
Oh, beautiful work right there. And we have to say from the Expresso fam to you, thank you for your unwavering commitment and also your tireless efforts, just ensuring that our communities stay healthy and thrive throughout 2025.
Yes, I love that. Healthy and thrive for
Please.
2025. It
Yeah.
even rhymes, so it must be true. It's going to be amazing. It's going to be a great year, people. I mean, it started off with a bang, and come on, let's go. It's going to be great. Okay, so what we are going to do is we're going to take a very quick pause, okay? And then when we come back, we're going to talk some more about a lot of other stuff, but mostly I'm excited about our chicken Birria Tacos. That's going to take shape in our Expresso kitchen because, I mean, just look at that. Tacos.
It's a Tacos Tuesday.
Tacos Tuesday. And you know what the key word there? Kos. Food. Because we're hungry.
I don't think the Mexicans are expecting that. Tacos, yes, that's what we're going to get into. And then also delve right back into that conversation all around cancer, and especially when it comes to education and awareness. We want to prevent it as far as possible, so we're going to empower you straight after this.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back, Mzansi. You're still here on Expresso, where we are chatting about all things cancer. And I say that because, if you did not know, in South Africa, sadly, our statistics when it comes to cancer are grossly underestimated. And this is why we are trying to get more people to know about the fact that they can register themselves and let people know exactly what is happening within the different homes, so that we are able to better plan for the different cancers and, more than anything else, have better fighting strategies. We're going to jump into all of this properly in a bit. I want to tell you about the beautiful ladies that are with us today. It is Belinda, who is from Living with Cancer, and it is Dr. Muchangeti, who is from the National Cancer Registry. Now, ladies, we had sort of finished off just hearing about how you two are working together, the two organizations, making sure we know more in terms of statistics about cancer in South Africa. But let's jump into this, because I feel like this partnership between the two of you is one that really is going to allow South Africa to have a better vision for how we can fight cancer together. But let's talk about the impact that you hope to have in terms of South Africa being able to do that efficiently. Let's start with you, Dr. Muchangeti. Where do you see this partnership going?
This partnership is really good because we are now including cancer patients in this journey. And when the data becomes complete, we can be able to accurately prioritize.
Yes.
Because we have limited funds, but we have to know which cancers are causing the greatest burden and what interventions do we need to do.
Yes.
We also need to consider how many doctors do we need, how many nurses, how many specialists, how many oncologists, radiation oncologists, etc. Drugs for each of the different cancers. So if our statistics are off, how do we plan?
That's so true.
Yes, and we need to project going forward. How much money are we going to need? Cancer is a very expensive disease to treat, not only for the government, but for the patient.
Yeah.
So if we have accurate statistics, we can plan properly. We can also measure the interventions that we've put in place.
Yeah.
There are lots of interventions that the government is putting in place. For example, we're vaccinating girls from the age of 9 to 15.
Yeah.
So that we can prevent cervical cancer using HPV vaccine.
I've heard of that, yeah.
Then we can be able to measure accurately, is cervical cancer going down? But if our statistics are off, we cannot even measure the interventions that we've put in place. So it is good that patients, the National Cancer Registry, the NGOs, we all come together in private sector to make sure that our data is right.
Amazing.
We have to fight together against cancer.
100%. And, you know, even with you saying that, I'm almost like, I don't think we think about it that way. We were like, we need to understand how many doctors do we need? How much, you know, medication do we need? There's so much that goes into it. But Belinda, can you just speak to us about that, and also just how the public can also get involved and really allow us to have those statistics that we need?
Sure. So again, just to reiterate what Ms. Vita said, is that I think what's really important is the collaboration and how we work together. And part of what we need to do is we all need to own our own cancer journeys. And what you do by doing that is that you can supply us with your information. So it's really easy. You go onto the website and you capture your data and you submit your records. It's all protected, and it goes directly into the National Cancer Registry, which is awesome. We've replicated what the National Cancer Registry have done from a form perspective, so it's all consistent. I think what's also amazing is that as a patient, me going through my journey, which was a tough one, we collaborate and we help to make a difference.
Yes.
On our website, we've got some podcasts available, so anyone who's gone through the journey can go on and listen to a podcast. I record them on a regular basis.
Yes.
These podcasts are lived experiences.
Are those some of the resources that you provide to individuals that might be seeking assistance?
Absolutely, absolutely. That, and we also have a WhatsApp group.
Amazing.
What's beautiful, it runs itself, and people that are on the WhatsApp group communicate with each other, and we share in a very sacred space our journeys. And these journeys are tough, but it's also, I think it's really important that we real about the fact that we do have this crisis.
And it's also important to have support, which is why I think a WhatsApp group really comes in handy, especially for those tough days. But Dr. Muchangeti, would you wrap things up for us, just telling us about the pivotal role that prevention as well as early detection plays in a cancer journey, let me say. And more than anything else, what steps can individuals take to hopefully allow themselves to just reduce the risk of cancer?
Thank you, Zanele. Cancer is multi-causality. There are many things that can cause cancer.
Yeah.
So there are steps that each person can do to reduce their own personal risk. You know, it starts by having a healthy weight and exercising.
Yeah.
Eating well. So there are a lot of things that we eat that can increase our cancer risk.
Yeah.
So we need to make sure that our diet is rich in vegetables, you know, whole grains, etc. And there are certain lifestyles that we lead that sometimes increase our risk, like tobacco. That we should get rid of. We should stop smoking.
Yeah.
Yes. And we should reduce our alcohol, because alcohol is a carcinogen.
Did we all hear that? Yes, yeah.
There are also vaccines that are available.
Yeah.
So we really encourage, you know, to make sure that girls, they are vaccinated by the age of 15.
Yes.
The National Department of Health has embarked on a mother-daughter campaign, and they're trying to make sure that girls are vaccinated in schools.
Incredible.
Yeah, so please do give you permission that your daughter be vaccinated so that they don't get cervical cancer.
Amazing. Thank you so much. Ladies, congratulations again just for coming together and having this partnership. But I think just for the amazing work that you're doing currently, it does not go unnoticed. So thank you so much.
Thank you for having us.
Of course. Zanzi, a powerful discussion is what we're having this morning, all in the name of Health Tuesday. And remember, this is where you come in, because your voice matters in this fight against cancer. So this is how you can get involved, because together we can 100% make a difference. You can register your cancer or a loved one's today at lwcportal.online/registration. It's that easy. You just log on. You can see it right now at the bottom of the screen. And I hope that honestly and truly, this is something that would be able to change someone's life who is sadly on that journey, but knowing that there is hope and there are those who are there to support them. Right now, I want to cross over to Cape Teasy, Sheezy. Cape Town, tell me what's good.
Now I've got 3 words for you: grace, power, and precision. These are hallmarks of the ancient art of Kung Fu. Now I want you to get ready to witness a dynamic Kung Fu demonstration. It's going to be showcasing lightning fast strikes as well as fluid movements and incredible discipline. Luke Pa Suksuk, Senior at the Chinese Martial Arts and Health Center. Kung Fu may be quite new to some people. Can you give us a basis of what it is?
Yes, 100%. So it's a traditional Chinese martial art. Our system, which is the Chung Hong Association, essentially, which is actually based in Taipei, that Sigong Marco Cavalier brought to South Africa, which we're obviously very grateful of, is an ancient Chinese system, 2 different lineages that dates back to over 3,000 years ago. So yeah, it's really beautiful. It's a very purist lineage and system that is an absolute honor to be learning and sharing with you.
What a treat.
The country today.
What an honor. Oh my goodness. And you've also been doing this, you said, for over 2 decades, right?
Yes.
That is incredible. So I feel like I'm in very good hands. But Expresso fam, you can definitely get along, move things out of the way and join us as we do this. We're also going to bring in some people too to help us. So Caleb and Cruz are going to come through. And then I do also want to ask you, would you encourage anyone to do this, or is this just for specific people?
I think it's for everyone. That's the one thing about our system is, you know, you can be any age, any fitness level, and you can actually do our system. You can actually practice in our school, which is amazing. You know, we focus on the hard stuff. We like to call it yin and yang, the hard stuff as well as the soft stuff. You know, the soft stuff being some of the animal styles, like snake, for example, as well as Tai Chi, and then the hard style being very explosive and big movements on the harder stuff with the long fist and the Hong Chuen. But essentially, it's for everyone, and I definitely would advise. You know, it's fantastic for the mind, for healing. So I think with this particular beautiful ancient system, it teaches you to center oneself, which is really important. Plus, empowering you to, you know, be able to defend yourself in situations.
It's a win-win if you ask me. Boys, thank you for joining us. And I'm going to let you take it away, Luke, and show us the way.
Thanks for joining, guys. Appreciate it. So what we're going to do is we're going to stand in what we call a choros, okay? And I want your right hand to be in your center here, okay? And your left hand just about a fist away from your solar plexus over here. And what we're going to do is we're just going to basically replace our hands, right? We're not swinging out wide or anything like that. We're literally just focusing on your center and just replacing. Right, keeping your focus right in front of you. Okay, so let's do that together. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, what we're going to do now is we're going to replace with a fist on the right-hand side, okay, and a fist on your hip. I want you to see what I'm doing slowly is I'm bringing my fist down through my center, my elbow's dropping, right? And I'm replacing, you see what's happening here? the fist on that side. It's coming through your center though. You're not locking your joints either. You're focusing on a solid structure with your anatomy and your muscle, not overextending, that's obviously dangerous, and making sure you have a solid fist in place. Now, let's focus on one punch. There we go. Keep up with me. 2, 3, 4. Nice, excellent. Thanks, guys. That's the first thing. Second thing is, I want you guys to get in a little bit of a start, like a fighting stance, right? We call this choros. Yeah, I want you to step, meet, step. You see that?
Oh, it's kind of like a dance.
Let's give it a go. So from here, okay, simple. Moving forward, moving back. Drop your shoulders, don't tense up either, okay? Focusing forward. This is a way that you're protecting yourself. You can gain distance and also create space. Okay, so let's do it together again. Forward once. Back once. Forward once. Fantastic. Thank you so much, everyone.
Thank you.
Appreciate you joining in. Thank you. Basic fundamentals.
Oh, thanks, guys.
Thanks for
Thank you
getting
so
involved.
much. Okay, basics out the way. There is like a little bit of empowerment I feel right now. I didn't know how to fight. I've only fought with my words before.
Come and join us.
So
It's cool.
I would love to come and join you. But I want you to show me something a little bit more senior, perhaps, in the
100%. So a little bit more advanced is another form called shitsatang, which starts like this. That's a little bit different.
Wow.
little bit
You know
more
what? It
complicated.
even looks, yes, complicated, but poetic. It's like
Thank
the
you.
movement is creating poetry in the air.
Thank
Luke,
you.
we're going to have to leave it there, but you ended on such a brilliant note. And for more people can come and visit, come and join.
100%.
Give us those details quickly before we wrap
So
up.
the Chinese Martial Arts and Health Center, it's an observatory. We also have schools in Durban, as well as in CHOC, which is amazing. And website is www.kung-fu.coza.
Beautiful.
Please come and join us.
Yeah, simple,
Appreciate it.
easy. www.kung-fu.co.za. Luke, this is fantastic. Or should I be greeting you like this?
We
Thank
can do
you
both.
so
We can
much.
do both.
We can do both. Thank you for joining us,
Thanks a
Expresso
lot.
fam. I hope you enjoyed that as well. A journey of something different, but hopefully you're feeling definitely equipped for anything that might be coming your way.
Nicely done, Carissa. The whole studio was here behind you, but I would have loved to see you do that last part because that would have been very cool. But yeah, we'll practice that one. All right, a lot of exercise this morning. We're going to take a very quick break. When we come back, one of our favorite organizations, CHOC, they are hosting their annual flip-flop day, and we're going to find out exactly what they have in mind and why you should be a part of that. And then you can see behind the kitchen, there's a lot happening, all those ingredients. We're making the most delicious chicken birria tacos for breakfast. Stick around because it's mouth-watering. We'll see you just now.
It's my feel good breakfast show.
Welcome back. You're here on S3, and it's already been such a beautiful morning, but also an enlightening conversation happening left, right, and center around cancer. This morning, we got to hear a little bit about how the NCR as well as Living with Cancer are working together. And today, we also get to hear all about CHOC. I think we all know about it. We've heard about it since we were kids because it is one of the most incredible non-profit organizations that works with children who are living with cancer, as well as their families, to allow them to have the support that they need. And there's an NPO that is, of course, all around South Africa, but it's internationally recognized for the incredible work that it is doing. And today, we've got the CHOC CEO with us, Hedley Lewis, who's going to be letting us in on Flip-Flop Day for 2025, which is all about raising funds for CHOC to be able to thrive and do the amazing things that it does each and every year in the lives of our beautiful little humans that are affected, sadly, by cancer. So everyone, let's give him a feel-good welcome, please. Hedley, how are you?
Thanks so much. Really good to be here this morning.
It's so good to be with you, especially because of just the incredible work that you guys do. I really think it's always so beautiful, especially because our young ones are the ones who need the most support, and particularly their families because of the ways that they're affected, right?
Absolutely.
Yes.
No, thanks so much. It's a wonderful
course.
experience. But, you know, it takes a child's opportunity to step forward, to be able to say that they want to do this, but sadly, we actually don't realize that children do get cancer.
Yes.
So as these children really take that step forward, we as South Africa needs to say that it truly takes a village to heal a child.
100%. And I love that they have the foundation and the support structure that comes from the Childhood Cancer Foundation SA. But let's talk a little bit about, you know, just the work that you guys actually do. We know that you're a support structure for our little ones, but how exactly is that?
So thanks so much. We're an augmentative body, so we recognize that the true heroes are the doctors, the nurses, the pediatric oncologists, the social workers that really hug and support these families. For us, it's how do we support more? So across the country, we have 19 social workers / social auxiliary workers holding these children's hands, holding the families.
Yeah.
Houses across the country that are open and available to these families, making sure that they don't have to spend an absolute cent on accommodation while they're going through this treatment. Nutrition is a huge support. And going on the likes of transport, bereavement funding, because the one thing we don't want to realize is that children really do get cancer. And that is one of the barriers of early detection, early referrals for South Africa at the moment.
Yes. And of course, I know that, you know, there's so many different kinds of communities that you serve, different kinds of people that you serve. Can you just touch on how different and vast they actually are?
So our country is a vast country, a beautiful country with different dynamics from all the way in deep rural, urbanization. So it could be within where the clinics are, where hospitals and tertiary institutions are. And we need to make sure that as a country, that the opportunity for a child to be referred, detected, and hopefully treated as early as possible is the responsibility of all of us.
Yeah. I love that. And I also know that there's so many people who aren't aware of even that information. And the fact that you guys are getting it out to them, I think it's so important. But you, of course, have different programs at CHOC that are able to help out those families that are affected. Can you speak to us about them a little bit?
Absolutely. So we've spoken a little bit about the psychosocial environment, nutrition.
Yeah.
But we also don't realize that things like transport is absolutely a key element to be able to supporting these families to get to the tertiary institutions, to the pediatric oncologies. So we have vehicles that are on standby that take these children from the houses to the hospitals, transport to get into the environment, and then just as important, early detection, early detection, early detection.
Yes.
It's about educating the public. And finally, one of the newest opportunities is how to bridge the educational gap while these children are within the treatment plans.
Sure.
So today it's about coming together and uniting.
That's beautiful. And speaking of uniting, on the 14th of February, we'll all be able to do so by putting on our flip-flops. Please talk to us about Flip-Flop Day for 2025, Hedley.
So Flip-Flop Day is a very special, very exciting.
Yes.
But it's also got a very serious message. And I think let's start with that message.
Yeah.
The message is really that you've got two flip-flops, it's got two. So in order to support a child, you need that other flip-flop.
Sure.
So it's about those soulmates that are coming together. Flip-Flop Day is about saying that no matter whether in rural, urban, whether you're the CEO or a child, it takes 10 Rand to have that opportunity to support. So we call on South Africa to buy a little sticker, wear their flip-flops. You'll be seeing mine on Friday and hopefully yours too. And it's as easy as saying, well, we want to support. And behind that message is very important. When someone asks you, why are you wearing flip-flops at the office? Tell them that we want to acknowledge that children do get cancer.
Yeah.
Children do need our support. And this is just a small token of saying, South Africa, bring your soulmate to the party on the 14th.
Oh, and I love that because you are wearing your flip-flops on your soul as well, which is absolutely incredible. But just 10 Rand and that's it. I love that, Headley. Thank you so much. And just lastly, can you tell us how the public can get involved? How can they get their stickers and their flip-flops and everything?
Absolutely. So very quickly, choc.org.za. Stickers are available.
Yes.
Tacky Town.
Yeah.
And then all our regional houses are available. So we just want to thank all our supporters that have really stepped up to support us. And the 14th is the chance for the public to say, 10 Rand is for children, 10 Rand is for children with childhood cancer, and 10 Rand is how we can unite, no matter whether we're a child, a CEO, or a public servant.
Beautiful. And it's also a great day to spread the love, you know?
Absolutely.
Beautiful. Headley, congratulations on all of the work you guys have achieved thus far. I mean, I feel like Flip Flop Day goes from strength to strength, so thank you so much for that, and I can't wait to see the success it's going to be in 2025.
We're looking forward to seeing your toes.
Of course. You ain't got to ask me twice. And of course, Mzansi, this is where you come in. It's just 10 Rand for you to be part of the CHOC Flip Flop Day for 2025. And I can't wait for you to get involved the way I know I am and all of us are here at Expresso. Because remember, it is all about that beautiful message that Headley spoke about, where it is supporting the kids and allowing them to know that they are not alone, and us finding our soulmates in those two flip-flops that are on our feet. Make sure that you do get involved. And more than anything else, let's make the 2025 CHOC Flip Flop Day a huge success. And you did hear exactly where you can find all of that information. It is www.choc.org.za. Right about now, I need you to make sure that you stay tuned because we still got so much to do here on your Feel Good Breakfast Show. Cape Town, what's going on?
Lots going on, Zanele. Thank you very much for that chat. Also to Headley. So get involved. It is a beautiful organization, a beautiful cause as well. And you get to air your beautiful feet as well in the process, wearing flip-flops. We love it down here in Cape Town. But we are in the kitchen right now, and we've been looking forward to this recipe the whole morning. If you love tacos, because then you are really in for a treat. And today we are making chicken birria tacos, complete with juicy shredded chicken, crispy cheese, crusted tortillas, and a consommé you'll want to drink straight from the bowl. You can pour it into a glass. I've got my sous chef here, Carissa, she's here. But look at everything going on here. So I'm hoping, we did start. So actually we should have done this already.
I got
Just
you.
put this one on for me as well.
I'm in charge of the consommé.
Are you in charge of the consommé?
Chef Carissa is doing the consommé.
Okay, so this is the sauce, basically, we're going to start making.
Exactly.
So we got the main veggies in there already. We've got some onions, some tomatoes, some chili as well.
Do you like a bit of spice?
I do love it. Well, it's tacos. You got a bit of a spiciness into it. So what you can do is you can start by throwing our ingredients in there. So we've got some garlic going in there.
Beautiful. Everything's
beautiful. Some cumin. Not your ordinary paprika, but your smoked paprika.
Ooh.
Yes.
Oh yeah, I can smell the smokiness. That's delicious.
It gives such a deep, rich flavor. Some oregano and some cinnamon. Would you believe?
This is a great ingredient.
Yeah, some vinegar goes in there. I know that it's a lot. And if you're sitting there trying to take notes at home, don't stress. Everything will be on our website, expressoshow.com. Just the bay leaf for two goes
really
in there.
Incredible in here.
You can see it's heating up nicely already. And then we got some chicken stock. Obviously, we are using chicken. You can use vegetable stock, but a chicken stock is a great one to go to.
It's more flavor also.
Just like so. Okay.
Beautiful.
And that is now going to combine into a deep, rich flavor. So we can actually up this a little bit there.
You can also add your chicken breasts in here. And
this is what we're
doing
next.
Poach in the consommé.
Absolutely, the consommé. Such a fancy word.
You have to say it like that every time you're in the
because
consommé.
I mean, it sounds like if you're working with a tortilla, you're making a sauce.
Yes.
But if it's a tortilla, it's a consommé. You see what I'm saying?
I get
so it works.
you.
So you're going to keep this in there for about 10, 15, 20 minutes up until it's nice and soft and cooked through enough and absorbed all the flavors that you can shred it. Okay, so this is what we have there.
Yeah.
So we're going to leave that for a second. So we took some of that sauce as well. We blended it up into a nice little sauce we're going to use for our tortillas. This chicken is shredded, it's ready. So let's put it together. So that's why I've been heating that pan, okay? So I'm going to pop
around
a little bit of our chicken on here.
Yum. Get the
All right.
protein, get the good
Dude,
fat.
absolutely. I'm gonna,
Some
excuse me for using my hands. I did wash it before, but it is
hope
just
so.
easier. Yes, always. Okay, some cheese.
Oh, yeah.
All right, just like so.
Okay, so it's kind of like a mix of a quesadilla and a taco.
Absolutely. Just like so. Okay, and the sauce we're going to use for later as well. But what I will do is just a little bit.
Okay.
Just
to
pop
add
it
a little
in there.
something.
No, you gotta. And because this sauce, like I said to you before, you can literally go ahead and drink it.
I want to see you drink that, Ewan. It's going to taste delicious. It definitely packs a punch.
Exactly. Okay, so I'm thinking I'm going to do it like this. And then you're going to give it a nice little toast. I've got some oil in the pan, so you want to just crisp it up.
And
So
the
we're
cheese is
leave
going to
it.
melt as well.
The cheese is going to melt as well inside, and then you can top it off when you end off looking like a little bit of a taco, just like that. I mean, can you imagine something like that for dinner?
Yes, I could.
Could you?
On a
Because
Tuesday
I
in
can.
particular. A Taco Tuesday.
Yeah, absolutely. And you finish it off with a little squeeze of lime and some salt and pepper, and there you go.
Yeah, I would throw extra cilantro on. I love some dhania on anything. Even in my salad, I've definitely got some chopped up coriander in there. Just add some freshness.
It's a powerful flavor. It just gives it
so
that
good.
little zing, yeah.
Okay.
Careful,
so it's gonna
don't
get
burn.
crispy
So we're
both
going to leave it.
sides.
It needs to crispen up a little bit, but then you get left, like I said, with something like this. Do you want to try?
I'll try
because, I mean,
it.
you know, I'm not fasting at the moment or anything like that.
Okay, so you're trying it with me?
I think let's get a knife in
Yeah.
here. Is there a knife in here somewhere?
Otherwise,
Not
you just
there.
both bite it.
Okay, I'm going to disappear. Back.
You got 5 seconds to cut this. 3, 2, 1. Okay, cheers to you, Ewan. Thank you for a delicious
Just
taco
like,
breakfast on this beautiful Tuesday.
Oh,
Expresso
lovely.
fam, this is the way to go.
And while we enjoy this,
Spicy.
we'll see you just now. Don't go anywhere.
Yum.
That's good.
Channel your inner feel good on Expresso with me, Zanele Potelwa.
And me, Carissa Cupido.
Something huge is coming on the 13th of February because it's
World Radio Day!
We're doing the first ever TV and 2 radio station simulcast.
Joined by Stan Mars and the Big Breakfast team from Good Hope FM and Carissa Cupido in Cape Town.
5FM's 5 Breakfast with Nick Hammond joins Zanele in Johannesburg.
It's a radio takeover on Expresso, Thursday, the 13th of February, 6 to 9 a.m. on S3.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back. It is your Feel Good Breakfast show on this gorgeous Tuesday morning. We've wrapped up 1 hour and we've hit the top of it, which means it's time for your 7 o'clock news. Now let's start off with the national news, where the National Ports Authority has partnered with a consortium to develop a 7 billion rand gas terminal at Richards Bay Port. Linked to Eskom's power generation plans, the first phase, set for completion by 2028, includes a floating storage unit capable of handling 2 million tons of liquefied natural gas annually. The Zululand Energy Terminal, a joint venture between Vopak Terminal Durban and Transnet Pipelines, will cover 70% of the cost. Now, KZN Premier Tommy Ntuli says a refueling terminal for ships will also be built, creating about 1,000 jobs. In other national news, the Hawks and the Road Traffic Management Corporation have arrested 7 traffic officers in Tabazimbi, Limpopo, for allegedly accepting bribes and selling driving licenses. They are suspected of being part of a syndicate involving traffic officers and driving school instructors engaged in the illegal sale of licenses. Last Friday, 11 suspects were arrested at the Lapalele Licensing Department. A Road Traffic Management Corporation spokesperson, Simon Zwane, confirmed that the suspects face charges of fraud, corruption, and contravening the National Traffic Act. In your international news making headlines, the Israeli delegation that travelled to Doha, Qatar for talks on the second phase of a Gaza ceasefire has returned to Israel. Now, the talks brokered by Egypt and Qatar aim to finalise ceasefire terms and address the release of more hostages and prisoners. Progress was reportedly hindered by mutual distrust, with both sides accusing each other of failing to meet terms. Hamas has meanwhile announced it is delaying the release of Israeli hostages, citing Israeli breaches of the ceasefire agreement. Israel condemned this as a violation. Meanwhile, the Sudanese military is seeking diplomatic backing for a new government it plans to establish after reclaiming Khartoum from the Paramilitary Rapid Support Forces, or the RSF. In recent weeks, the army has regained key areas in the capital. Now, Army Chief General Abdel Fattah al-Burhan vowed to form a technocratic wartime government with a new constitution, refusing negotiations with the RSF. The nearly 2-year conflict has displaced 12 million people and caused widespread starvation. Now, the Foreign Ministry urged international support, calling the plan a path to peace and stability. Now we got to head into that final bit of news where we are saying move over Taylor Swift, make way for Mozart and Mendelssohn. Now, scientists have discovered that classical music may help calm unborn babies' heart rates, potentially aiding their development. A study in Mexico monitored 36 pregnant women playing The Swan by Camille Saint-Saëns and Arpa de Oro by Abandia Martinez. Using heart rate monitors and advanced mathematical analysis, researchers found that classical melodies led to more stable fetal heart patterns, suggesting healthier nervous system growth. Now, the soothing effect happens instantly, meaning expectant parents might want to add a little bit of Bach to their playlists. Next, researchers will explore different music genres, and who knows, maybe just a little bit of jazz or even Afrobeats could be just as magical for the little listeners. I definitely will have Tyler on repeat one day when I have a bundle of joy. Well, that's where we leave your 7 o'clock news. Let's head into your sports. Here's Ewan giving you the latest.
Thank you so much, Chris. Let's quickly take another look at your major sports stories for your Tuesday morning. First and foremost, Champions League, Real Madrid and Manchester City meet tonight at 10 p.m. in a high-stakes Champions League clash. Now, of course, both teams failed to reach the top 8 in their revised round-robin format, making this matchup even more crucial. Now, Manchester City into strong form, while Madrid's Carlo Ancelotti, ever the winner, believes tonight's game could determine the eventual winner of the competition. Now, with both teams so evenly matched, you can expect a rather thrilling encounter. Make sure you set your alarms, 10 p.m. tonight. And then cricket tri-series, Proteas versus New Zealand in the cricket tri-series. New Zealand's Kane Williamson achieved a milestone, scoring 133 off 113 balls to help his team chase down South Africa's 305, securing a 6-wicket victory. Now, this also saw him surpass legends like Virat Kohli and Sachin Tendulkar in becoming the fastest to 7,000 ODI runs. Now, despite standout performances, including Matthew Beatske's impressive 150 from 148 balls, the Proteas were defeated. New Zealand advances to the final, while the Proteas face Pakistan at 11 o'clock today. In netball news, the South African women's netball team claimed silver at the Vitality Nations Cup in London. That's after winning all their round-robin games, but falling to England 61-55 in the final. Now, despite the heartache, it's been a year of growth for the Proteas, with emerging stars like Kamogelo Maseko impressing internationally. Uganda secured bronze with a win over Malawi, and we say congratulations to England, who secured their 6th Nations Cup title. And we end up with this news, Dricus du Plessis, all over the headlines at the moment. Earnings, of course, UFC middleweight champion Dricus du Plessis earned an impressive $3.34 million. That's around 62 million rand for defending his belt against Sean Strickland at UFC 312. Now, this adds to his previous earnings of $2.04 million, around 37.5 million rand from his win over Israel Adesanya. Now, the substantial payouts reflect the dedication and hard work du Plessis puts into his craft. If you were there and you watched the fight, you would have seen exactly what we're talking about. But well done to our champ, Dricus. That's where we leave with sport for now. We'll have a final update for you just after 8 o'clock right now. Let's see what's happening out there on the roads.
Let's check out what's happening indeed. It seems like things aren't too hectic, but let's tell you where you might be delayed this morning. Let's start off in KZN Msunduzi. There's a stationary vehicle on the N3 westbound before the ramp to Ashburton. The left lane is closed, so please be advised that if you are passing the affected area, drive with caution and drive safely, won't you please? Then over in the Mother City, delays are expected for motorists using the N7 South route as a result of congestion at Bosmansdam ramp. Wherever you're heading this morning, though, we always ask you, please make sure that you arrive alive. We want you to get there in one piece, okay? Let's check out what's happening with your weather, though, so we can get you up to date. The South African Weather Service has issued a yellow level 2 warning for the Limpopo Valley, where disruptive rainfall could cause localized flooding in informal settlements and low-lying areas. Damaging winds and waves are expected between Cape Columbine and Cape Agulhas, making navigation difficult at sea. Now, extremely hot conditions are expected across parts of Namakwa District and the Western Cape, with temperatures reaching up to 36 to 40 degrees Celsius. Meanwhile, the combined dam level in the Western Cape has dropped below 80%, reflecting the expected summer trend following a good winter season of rainfall. Now, one thing I also know is that we always trust the SA Weather Service to keep us up to date with that, so make sure that you are here for what we can bring you at 8 a.m. Right about now, I want us to jump on into our sunrise view. And oh, honey, Henry from Maizenberg, where it is a delicious 25 degrees Celsius this morning. I am obsessed with this picture. Why? I feel like the sea is the Beyonce, but then the sun is also the Beyonce, but then the shrubs are also the Beyonce. Everything's just coming together to give Beyonce, do you know what I mean? So it's shining, it's delicious, it's amazing. And thank you so much, Henry. It's so lovely to be able to see what your side of life looks like this morning. And now it is your turn, Mzansi. 063-408-8863. Send us a young snap and let's show the rest of the country what's going on. Right about now, let's check out what's going on with those temperatures. parts of the country winning with nice, cool days. Others, ooh, you're on fire like you did something wrong. You must pray, But it is all about us making sure you know what's going down. Something else I want to make sure of is that you know how to play in terms of the lotto, my love. Panda Pusher Play. It is, of course, Powerball and Powerball Plus for an estimated 19 million rand jackpot today. And when I say that, you got to make sure you do not miss out, because you can play Powerball for an estimated 5 million rand and Powerball Plus for an estimated 14 million rand today. Buy your tickets now in store or on nationallottery.co.za. The mobile app, cell phone banking, those are also options. Or you can simply dial *120 *7529 hash for USSD. All of these beautiful details that could make you a winner are on our Expresso pages, so you can go and check them out on social media. But Panda Pusher Play, Powerball and Powerball Plus for a 19 million rand in total estimated jackpots today, and you could hit it lucky. I'm crossing fingers for you, as I always am, and I know that we're already winning because we're hanging out with you right here on your Feel Good Breakfast show. And the delicious thing about it, our menu continues. It is ample. And this is why, Carissa, I can ask you so confidently, what's still to come today?
Oh, I love that you've asked me, Zanele, because as I'm doing a touch-up, in fact, I don't even want to leave it up to me, because we've got an expert in the building. Valentine's Day is coming, and Renee DeVitt is here to show me exactly how to have the perfect look from day to night, so you'll get sorted, Expresso fan. Not only that, we're going to head to Joburg to find out exactly the collaboration of the ages when it comes to really good music. I can't wait for you to get into who Majorsteez has partnered up with lately. We'll get into that just after this. Are you ready?
Yeah.
I'm excited.
It's my Feel Good Breakfast show.
We're still all about feeling good this morning, and we hope that you are ready to feel even better. Why do I say that? Well, we got superstars in the building, and I am talking about none other than the king that produced Elaine's award-winning You're the One. You know that famous line, clarity is clear to see? Well, honey, we are seeing clarity today because he is clear to see. He's right here with us. He is the producer behind this song. Produced it at the age of 19, and he's only gone from strength to strength since then. Right about now, we're catching up in terms of hearing what his musical journey has been like, but also hearing about the beautiful journey that he's on right now with Majorsteez, the beautiful sibling duo that is always giving us hit after hit. So it's one hit maker with two hit makers. So we got three hit makers. Everyone, let's give them a beautiful feel-good welcome, please. Kings, did you see my maths? 1 + 2 is 3. Thank you. I did pure maths. Thank you very much.
Excellent.
Gents, welcome to the show. How are you guys?
God is good. We're happy to be here. Happy to be back. Happy to be here with our brother this time around.
Yeah. And I think it's so beautiful that you guys have come to work together because, like I said, powerhouses doing the damn thing. I want to start with you, Clarity, because, King, I am so enthralled by just the producer that you are. 19 is where it all pretty much started for you. But there's actually a time before that because you had to teach yourself this, right? Talk to me about that. Where did you learn how to do it and how long did it take you to perfect your craft?
So I started making music in 2015.
And you were how old?
I was 15.
Wow.
Well, 14 turning 15.
Oh, so you were president of 2000. You were born into, okay.
I was born,
2000, yes.
Yeah. So I started in 2015.
Yeah.
I started producing EDM. And as time went, I think around 2017, I then started making hip-hop.
Yeah.
And then 2019 was when I got into R&B and stuff. So the way I learned was through YouTube, just tutorials.
Are you serious? That is so crazy. So you literally taught yourself. You didn't ask anyone and say, please help me.
I mean, if there was something specific that I wanted to learn, maybe I could ask a friend who maybe had more knowledge on the production side of things. But
that is amazing. Well, I mean, now you guys are making music together. Gents were also pretty much presidents of the 2000s. Talk to us a little bit about how this collaboration happened, because Matata is the brand new single you got out. Talk to us about where you met. How did this go down?
Well,
God did.
Where did we meet this guy?
I don't remember.
Are you serious?
It feels like God really made the
maths come together.
The maths come together.
It all added up.
We don't remember meeting. I don't remember where we met in January.
But I think it was 2019.
Really?
Yes. A while back, maybe like 5 years ago, yeah?
So essentially, did this take pretty much 5-6 years to bring together?
Yeah.
That's crazy. So why was this the right time then?
I think we had worked together first on Manu Major's debut album, The Sweet Life of Majorsteez. He produced one song there, which was called Matata, and then it was like the most beautiful thing we've ever made. And we were like, oh my God, we have to go back.
Yes.
We have to go back to the source to get more. And now we're just making beautiful music because this man brings it out of us. Like, I don't know how to explain it. But
it's like soulmate vibes, if you will.
Yes.
I love that. I always say it's so nice when you see musicians come together and it feels like they've met their soulmates. Because you guys are just able to do that. And forgive me, of course, Matata was the one that you did before. The wedding song is the brand new one. And before we even get to that, I want to come to you again, Clarity, because I need to know. I need to get clarity. Where does the name Clarity come from?
So before producing, I used to be a gamer. So my gamer tag was actually King Clarity ZA.
Hectic.
So I think now when it was time to make music and figuring out a name I could use, that's when I thought, why not Clarity? And then just make it an X so that it's cool.
Just so that it's different.
Just so, just so that it's cool. Yeah.
So essentially when Elaine was saying clarity is clear to see, she was talking about you.
Yeah, that's my producer tag.
I love... Listen, I feel like so many of us are being enlightened today. And honestly, I think it's so beautiful just what you've done in your young career. All three of you, in fact. And now that you're coming together to make music, I'm like, let's go. Because the wedding song is here. Talk to us. None of you are married, Kesana. None of you are married. Where did the wedding song come from?
We're manifesting.
Oh, hectic.
Really. It's a crazy story. It all started with a prayer in studio. Yeah, it all started with a prayer in studio before we started the studio session.
Beautiful.
And my brothers are, in relationships at the moment, so.
You guys are setting off alarms before the song has even started, yes.
Beep, 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 beep. But yeah, so I really feel like they were also inspired in the relationships that they're in at the moment. And I was also inspired by, you know, just the collective and us just coming together and God really working through us to make this song, and people are actually getting married to it.
Yes.
And,
That's
you know,
beautiful, guys.
It's a beautiful thing. Yeah.
Oh man, and you guys are now part of those memories, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Helping people create memories even. So you're saying you're single, Budwam. I'm currently the mayor of Singletown. I'm looking for an MP, you know, a minister that's going to come and sort out some of the things there. So there's a vacancy if you're looking for it. But guys,
this might apply.
This song is about love and marriage. You know, in terms of you guys, yes, being inspired from a personal experience point of view, just talk to me a little bit about how exactly it is that you guys kind of always bring together what each of you has to say, what each of you has to put together.
Clarity will be able to speak on this properly, because I don't even know how we come up with this stuff half the time when we're with him. It just happens, and we haven't missed yet in studio. But how does it happen, boy?
And I think more than anything, so all our studio sessions start with prayer.
Okay.
You know, we're all God-fearing. So I think it's important that we set the tone, you know, set the studio, it just makes sense for whatever we're doing. And then,
beautiful.
As we, I then start making the beats while they're then recording or coming up with some ideas or melodies.
Yes.
And as I continue, they'll be like, let me try and record on this, or let me try and play.
And then it just all comes together.
Yeah, you know, that kind of thing.
I love that, Chens. And you know what? South Africa is saying amen to all of your prayers.
Hallelujah.
Amen. Thank you so much, Chens. And the lovely thing is that you guys are not going anywhere. We've got a game to play. Then you guys are going to sing the wedding song for us.
Yeah.
We're going to find out if some of you are going to get married soon. You're going to want to stick around for that, Expresso family, because these guys right here, absolute powerhouses in their own right. And you can tell they've got such bright futures. But your future is also bright because they're going to be performing the wedding song right here on your Feel Good Breakfast show. Right now, Cape Town, are you excited for what's still to come?
Very much so, yes. But we are taking a quick pause on our social media question for you. And this is what we had for you this morning. Of course, we know Valentine's Day is on the way. So we want to get real this morning about Valentine's Day. So let's pretend if it's a 1, just a normal day, and 10 is a full-scale flowers, dress up, date night vibes, everything. We want to know, how are you approaching 14th February this year? Now, this Friday is just around the corner. And does your partner feel the exact same? So we'd like to hear from you, your voice notes, your comments. Remember the voice note number 063 408 8863. Let's see. Mark Gavin coming through. Mark says, good morning, Expresso. Our Valentine's Day ritual is simple. Play all my Engelbert Humperdinck vinyl records from my turntable while doing the last waltz before Carpe Diem. Lovely, lovely stuff, Mark Gavin. It sounds like you have got it planned out just for you. Mankoba Vinny Slice, because he says, we are not in a good term. Ooh, I will keep it that way until after Valentine. It will save a lot of money. Right. Thank you for that comment as well. And then the lovely Gary Oakham coming through. It's just a normal day. Today, flowers will cost 99 Rand at a supermarket. On Thursday, they'll miraculously be 249 Rand. Be it Mother's Day or Valentine's Day, treat those you love the same every day. Consistency. Coming through with some words of wisdom there. Thank you very, very much. Really appreciate it. But you know what? Valentine's Day is out there. It is a beautiful day. It's a day that we can celebrate. Yes, we should celebrate it if you're in a committed relationship every single day to share the love. But it is that something just a little extra. You know, get excited about Valentine's Day. It is nice. So it's nice to see that there are many of you getting excited, especially we live vicariously through my boys as well. My wife and I, we love seeing the excitement around Valentine's Day. That's very special for us. All right, so keep those voice notes and those comments coming. Remember, you can send us a voice note. We'd love to hear your voice. 063 408 8863.
Some beautiful and interesting comments over there. Keep them coming, Expresso fam, to keep us entertained. Now, on the entertainment front right here on your Feel Good show, we've got to get into some makeup. You might be going to a day date or even an evening date, while Renee DeVitt is here to show us exactly how to get sorted with either one of those options coming away this Friday, the 14th of Feb. And then not only that, speaking about love, let's get into the wedding song. You heard from the duo, or trio rather, earlier, Majorsteez and Clarity. And in just a bit, we get to delve into their musical combination and taste. Can't wait to have a little bit of a dip and a dive into that straight after this, so don't go anywhere.
Win a Toyota Corolla Cross 1.8 XS Hybrid with Plascon's 2025 Hybridity Color Forecast Competition. Spend 500 Rand or more on any Plascon products. WhatsApp your receipt, name and ID to this number. T's and C's apply.
It's my feel-good show.
Welcome back, Expresso fam. Thank you for being with us. Of course, we are celebrating Valentine's. It's the week of love, and whether you're planning a romantic date night or even a fun evening with friends, a little galentines perhaps, or just want to treat yourself, the perfect makeup look can really make all the difference and boost that confidence. And today, makeup artist Renee DeWitt brings us a Love at First Glow, a luminous, radiant makeup look that enhances your natural beauty and also gives you that effortless, romantic look. Renee, thank you for being here.
Thank you for
I've got
having
to
me.
ask you, so many people are sitting at home right now looking at the current makeup they have, but also want to look good, of course, when it comes to Friday. So what can they use at home to make sure that they still look as good?
So the trends for summer 2025, it's crazy, it's 2025.
That's insane.
But the summer trends are actually quite easy to do at home. So there's a lot of berry tones and draping of berry blush. So you could, for example, rather than going shopping, just use a lipstick that's a berry tone, use it on your cheeks and do like a monochromatic eye, cheek, lip look. Easy. Another trend that's huge, the glow.
Come on.
I love the fact that Woolies has brought this glow setting spray. We tried it earlier. I'm going to try it on you because it's got a glow. I'm going to try it on your arm. So I do a little bit of a shake, and you can be quite generous in your application. Let it sit, and it gives you this magnificent glow, you know, for the collarbone. So should you be wearing like a off the shoulder, it is stunning.
Wow.
And what you could do as well, just to add the glow on the outside, you don't want it on the inside, just do a little bit of a mist. Another way of getting great glow is I love the Nooks dry oil.
Okay.
We spoke about this the last time. I love this because it's got a fragrance. It's dry oil, so it's not sticky. Use it on your body, use it on your face, and use it on your hair. Stunning. Another trend, the berry blush, like I was saying before. And do you remember we were talking about multitasking?
Exactly.
Woolies has brought out these amazing little balms.
Let me tell you, I love these. I've got like an orange terracotta shade, and it just goes so far. Look at that.
Absolutely gorgeous. So if you wanted to do that berry thing, right, and you were like, one product does it all. If you just do a little bit of color draping and you start on the top, it's quite pigmented.
Yeah.
So one has to be a bit careful with your application. And also when you warm up the product, it glides on beautifully. And then you can add that to the center of your lip. Shall I do the other side?
Yes,
Otherwise, you're going to be
please.
a
Don't
little
look
bit lopsided.
I love that. I also think I have blush blindness, quite honestly. This new thing going on. I'm like, more blush, more blush.
There's no such thing as enough blush.
Yes.
And then obviously the sparkle, the
Please.
easiest thing in the world. I love these little trios. I think they're so clever from Bobbi Brown. I use my finger with shimmer. I don't know if you find that sometimes you get a little bit of fallout.
Yes.
And the quickest way, day to night, you're at the office and you have to go to your day. That's going to happen to me on Friday. Literally, I have 5 minutes. I'm literally just going to pop the smallest amount just in the center of the eyelid and a little bit on the inner corner. And you could even do a little halo eye. Look up for me, where you put a dot in the center. And it gives you that illuminating 3D eye look. Just do it on the other side. I see you do have a little bit of shimmer. I'm just going to make your eyes pop. Look up eyes. And I also like to use a little center on the nose or on the Cupid's bow just to get that added gorgeous gloss. And then another trend that I feel like I've always been kind of obsessed with. Bottom lashes.
I love a bottom lash.
I love a bottom lash. So what I sometimes do is I use the tiniest. This is a Sisley one. Look how tiny that applicator is. And when I do it, you know, I'm not reading my reading glasses. So this might be quite a problem.
Let's see how it goes.
Up eyes, and I just zigzag and coat every single eyelash. Okay, that wasn't too bad.
You hit my eyelash. That's important.
Okay, and then remember I was saying to you day to night, quick. So I like to use a lippy, like this is a matte lippy. I'm going to do it on myself because you're already rocking that lip, the 90s lip.
Right, I love it.
I know that you're doing the 90s lip.
I didn't know I wasn't on trend at all. I just put a bit of lip liner, some lipstick and a gloss.
That's
and then,
exactly what it is.
Yeah.
So if you think about the 90s, Naomi Campbell, she had a slightly darker outline and then she blended it in and the center is light. So you're rocking that trend,
Thank you
right?
for telling me I'm on trend. I didn't know.
So, and the second thing I love is who doesn't love a red lip?
Yes.
But it's more jewel tone, berry tone. So if I had to do this real quick, I'm going to just show you. Rather than having a perfect red lip, the look is now is to just get a little bit of a
color.
Just bitten look. And that is how quick it is.
Oh, I love that.
Day to night.
Yes,
It's
that's
amazing.
transformed you.
It's amazing, right? So easy peasy, lots of easy things you can do. This, on the other hand, we spoke about this the other day.
I've seen that on TikTok.
I've used this on many shoots where I really want my makeup to last. So if it's a dinner, then a dance, then sundown, you're going to miss your face with this, okay? Advice.
Okay.
Breathe in, spray, and then just walk away.
And walk into a good night and know that you are secured. You can go out there, dance confidently, and do what you need to do for Valentine's Day.
Exactly.
That is beautiful. What is your one tip for V-Day that you just want to tell people? Enjoy yourself and make sure that they do at that.
Hopefully you're going to get some kisses.
Yes.
So maybe skip the lip gloss.
That is great advice. Nothing worse than thinking where your lip gloss is situated post a kiss. So thank you, Renee, for
You're
this.
welcome. You're
Absolutely beautiful. And of course, love is in the air, and it's something that we want to offer to you as well. It really is in the little things to make sure that you spoil your loved ones this Valentine's Day with the glow of love. Plus, get 25% off 2 selected beauty products until the 14th of February. That's this Friday. Shop this up at Woolworths. Of course, you know it's available in-store, online, and on the app. T's and C's do, of course, apply.
You heard from my Valentine what you can get for your Valentine this beautiful weekend coming. Now, my friends, the thing about having a Valentine name is that maybe sometimes you're like, ooh, maybe I want to marry my Valentine. Well, do we have the song for you? It is a song from Clarity and Majorsteez. It's called The Wedding Song. And friend, you're about to be enthralled by it right here on your Feel Good Breakfast Show. Everybody make some noise for Clarity and Majorsteez.
Yo, Clarity is clear to say.
Singeza ingoma zomshado sithi yelele 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 Nabiwa umbambo njabulise ngothando lwakho yelele 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 yeah habo malume bangaphandle namhlanje langa lesithanda sami bakodwa usungu wethu hamba nami cela bavula amagesi thanda sami isikhathi ngipopile kubo bonke ukhethiwe wena wena sengibeke ngowakho singeza ingoma zomshado sithi yelele 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 Nabiwa umbambo njabulise ngothando lwakho yelele 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 Getting down on my knee in an all-white suit looking into the mirror for the rest of my life. Maybe that's how I feel, think of you as my wife. Everything you want, you got it, but I need your confidence and patience right beside me. Cause I like the way you walk, and I love the way you speak. Got me in my feelings, you think just like me. Girl, I'm in love, I can't resist. And when I shoot my shot, I never miss. You're number one at the top of my list. Lifting your veil tonight, give me a kiss. Say my time ready. Shadow, yelele, 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 yelele. Nabiwa, umbambo, njabulise ngothando lwakho, yelele, 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 yelele. Baby, ngowakho, singeza ingoma zomshado, yelele, 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 yelele. Nabiwa, umbambo, njabulise ngothando And that, ladies and gentlemen, is babe. Clarity is clear to see, see, see.
It's Majorsteez and Clarity with a beautiful wedding song. I hope it got you ready a little bit for Valentine's Day. Speaking of which, we got some Valentine's Day tech love with Grant Hines. That's going to be coming up right here on your Feel Good Breakfast show. And then also on the way, listen to this. My mouth is watering just saying it. A cheesy chili beef burrito. I want it now. Oh, I can't wait for that recipe. There's so much going on. Make sure you don't go anywhere. We're going to take a short break and we'll be back after this.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back. Your Feel Good Breakfast Show, Expresso, right here on S3, and we are gearing you up and setting you up for a very successful Valentine's Day, because love is in the air. And if you are still wondering what to get your special someone this Valentine's Day, then don't worry, we got you covered. Roses are red, but tech lasts forever. Yeah, so go with that. Tech expert Grant Hines is here, and he's here to help us pick the perfect Valentine's Day gifts from Game. My friend, how are you doing, bud?
I'm great. Tech is a great Valentine's Day.
Tech, well,
I don't care what
especially-
people say, it is awesome.
And it's a great day for you, because whenever you get to speak about tech, it is like Valentine's Day for you.
Yes, it is. Pretty much, because I love it so much.
You love it so much, exactly. So let's start off with the first one, my brother. Samsung Galaxy Tab.
Yes, so the I love a tablet. One tablet is one of those products that it's hard to justify buying, because you might think it's a luxury, but it is such a powerful. I use my tablet all the time. I've also got a Samsung Galaxy Tab. This is a Samsung Galaxy Tab A9, and this one is a 64 gig 4G, so you can put a SIM card in it, which is awesome.
Nice.
Yeah, so you can work on the road for $3,499.
That's a great
Which
price.
is awesome. And this is great for not only your loved ones, but it's nice having one of these in the family, because you can use it for school, varsity, or work, or whatever, and then you pass these down. So this, I love the A series. We've got A series at our house as well. And then it comes with the S Pen. This is Clip Studio Paint.
Fantastic. That's an added bonus.
Right? So you don't have to pay extra for that S Pen. It comes in it. You can spend those times drawing and illustrating, but also doing your schoolwork, which is really cool. But you might want to get fit, Ewan.
Well, not me particularly, because I'm kind of fit already, but it is something that I would gift for my wife, who is also into fitness and go training a lot. So she needs to tag.
Yeah,
what
so
she keeps track.
Yeah, I highly recommend getting a fitness band or a smartwatch.
Yes.
And Game have an amazing one. It's the Polytech Fit Sports Watch.
Nice.
Which is
Ooh,
awesome.
it looks good.
It looks very nice.
Yeah.
And it's a very nice price as well. It's $1,299.
Okay.
Which is amazing. And it's a great way to maybe you get two of these for both you and your partner, and you can go running together and getting fit together and start off those New Year's resolutions as a couple. I really like, and if somebody's been asking for a fitness band, it's also one of those items that, like, maybe they can't justify buying for themselves. This is a great way to go, like, you know what, I've got you.
Yeah, but it looks like, I mean, if you're keen on just tracking your calories, tracking your steps, making sure you time your workouts, I mean, it is a great price. For $1,299, I mean, this is really a great price. I know Polytech is a brand as well. I mean, they do come through in terms of quality. So, yes, that's a good option. Okay.
Yeah, you're
What
the
else?
fitness guy. I'm glad you gave that. The next one is the JBL Wave Buds. And also, earbuds, also one of those things that a lot of people might think are luxury items or feel like they're luxury items, especially wireless ones. And these are such a good price for
nice.
like $999
Yeah.
for a set of wireless like buds that can plug into power supply, charge up, and then you can couple them with that Polytech.
Yeah.
So that you can go you can go run and do some fitness. But they're JBL are great quality.
Look, we know this. I mean, they've proved over time already that it is almost one of the go-to brands when it comes to sound quality. So when it comes to buds, especially like that, I love a good bud. It fits snugly in your ear. It blocks out the outside noise, and it's got a good bass.
And also, like, not having cables when you're working out is great.
Yeah.
You don't like get them tangled or pull
I
your
remember
phone
back
or
in the day,
whatever.
before these things were an issue, I would be gymming, and then you would have your phone here and the cable running, and you would try and do a bicep curl or something. You'll hook it.
Yeah, that happens to me all the time.
Horrible.
And also, if you've got a smartwatch, you can connect them to your smartwatch.
Exactly.
And I do that all the time for running, which is great.
Cool. All right. And then we have one more that we need to get through. This is for the gamers out there.
For the gamers, we've got the PlayStation DualSense controller, which is the DualSense Edge wireless controller.
Yeah, this is obviously for your...
Yeah, so this is not your regular gaming controller. This is the extreme one. There are paddles on the back of this one. This is for the pro gamers out there. And it's usually very pricey because it is the professional gamers one. But Game have got it now for $4,599, which is for those people, if you know somebody you know that loves playing Fortnite, like semi-professionally, if your partner is the one that is just grinding with their friends, this is the controller to get. Anybody that's playing Call of Duty, they showed Apex Legends on mobile.
You can see, oh goodness me! I mean, there's functionality on this thing.
So the paddles at the back, there we go. So the paddles at the back allow you like extra fingers and extra control. So a lot of, without having to leave your thumb away from the analog stick. So a lot of professional gamers use those paddles for that.
Yeah,
So
look,
really cool.
if you're a professional gamer out there watching right now, you'll understand exactly that this is a really good price for this thing. But I like how God says it allows you extra fingers. When I play PlayStation or anything,
We're
it's
playing
limited.
Rocket League professionally here.
Rocket League, okay, I'll take on a good Rocket League. That's fine.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's like, no,
you
for
know,
sure.
you say you don't know anything about games.
I've got boys.
I'm going to get this
They-
DualSense wireless controller and then I'll clean you out, don't worry.
Okay, no, listen, if you got that, I think you got the advantage. But some great tech deals for Valentine's Day. My friend, thank you very much for coming through. Always a pleasure having you. So you get to your nearest game store or you can shop online, game.co.za, to get some extra special Valentine's Day gift ideas. So if you are looking for something very special, you're not sure, well, I hope that helped you. And Grant Hines set the score for you and say, hey, this is it. This is it for you. All right, go get it.
Well, after that, I'm craving something hearty, cheesy, and packed with lots of protein and bold flavors. And if you're feeling the same way, then these chili beef burritos are definitely the perfect meal for you. And also, maybe in addition to your Valentine's Day menu, I don't know if you're on the lookout, Ewan, for things to cook, but this is definitely something that I feel you'll thoroughly enjoy.
This
And I got
looks
started with it.
Right up my alley.
Yeah?
Yes.
Okay, I'm going to let you cook because a woman should just be chilling in the kitchen, you know?
Okay, well, you just
Nothing
tell
too
me
serious.
what to do, okay?
All right, so I've got our beef going. That is
Yes.
minced, of course, with some onions and garlic.
Right,
And that's just going to
smells
get some
amazing
flavor.
already.
Exactly. And then we're going to go in and I will pass you the ingredients. So we've got some canned tomatoes.
Okay.
And this is going to be our filling for our burrito. So we're going to go in with some nice saltiness. And then
Okay.
we, of course, have
Okay,
our
well, I'll just pop it
either
this side.
tomato puree or tomato paste. You could use either one of those.
Lovely.
Yeah.
All right.
Yummy,
This
yummy.
is easy for me.
So easy. You've got some beef stock.
Beef stock.
Again, you could use vegetable chicken, but since we're using red meat, you might as well use
Yes.
beef. And then extra protein as well as roughage. We've got some black beans, and we've also got some delicious corn. I always have a couple of cans of corn in my house, or even the frozen one. Add it to any meal, add some brightness and sweetness to anything.
Good. Ooh, this is very Mexican.
It is, eh?
Yeah,
And lots of protein too.
I like it.
All right, then we've got the flavor punches coming through. So I'm going to pass you some cumin. Of course,
Look at
cumin and
that.
red meat go very well together. You
Go
mix
for it. Yeah, no, this is because it's proving a lot for my one hand.
What happened to your other hand?
It's gesturing. How amazing
this food is.
No, I was actually thinking, I mean, this is great. I know we can put it into kind of a wrap thing, but you know what? I'll make rice. And I'll like mince and rice. with it.
Absolutely.
For sure.
Just add some sour cream on top and you are actually
Oh,
sorted.
look at you, speak languages.
Yes.
Great.
Okay, so that is
Did you
smoked
just miss
paprika.
the entire thing with some of it?
You know what that is for people that were listening at home. So this is smoked paprika. We've got some cumin as well as some cayenne pepper for the spiciness. There's a touch of mixed herbs, just a little bit.
Just like that, okay.
And then a little bit of salt and pepper. There you go.
Fantastic. Look at that. And now, obviously, you just want to let it cook slowly and
Absolutely.
reduce
Down, become a delicious, flavor-packed meal, which is this.
Gotcha.
Then we're going to go in with some sour cream.
turn
All
it
right, so
down.
I'm going to make our burrito. Again, you could go with any size wrap. We've just got a bit of a mini one going here that we're going to build our flavors on top of. So we've got some sour cream. And then we've got some cheese, because don't hold back on the cheese.
because we love cheese.
We love cheese over here. Cheese is not bad for you. It's just about moderation.
Moderation.
Right? And then we're going to go in with some onions. It's kind of like salsa, like a dry salsa.
Yes.
And then some dhania, coriander.
So what is it now? Coriander or dhania?
You tell me.
I don't know. That looks like coriander.
dhania, cilantro.
I think
By
my
any
herb
name.
knowledge is not that great.
By any name, it's just as sweet. So you don't want to overpack it either.
Ooh, yummy.
I might have overpacked
That looks
it.
good. No, it looks good.
Does it look good?
Yeah. So what do we
Fold
do
it.
now?
Oh, it broke a little bit, but that's okay.
Oh, what are you doing?
It's all going, it's my nails. It's all going down the same way.
Do you have another wrap? No, just
wait, I got it.
Hold it and squash it in there.
One,
Okay,
two,
well,
three. It's a burrito.
fantastic. Now the question is, how are we going to get it out there? That That is the question because...
That's a tortilla chip.
Okay. Okay.
Oh my goodness, if you want to try your hand at this, it'll probably go a lot better. But you know what? It's live TV and mistakes do happen in the kitchen. It all comes with some fun. And have some fun this Valentine's Day. ExpressoShow.com is where you find this recipe. We're going to cook it one side.
That's it.
Flip it over.
Am I gonna
flip
attempt
it
it?
over. Do it.
We
did it!
You did it!
We did it.
We did it. Yeah, well done. That was
Get
great.
yourself a Valentine. Friday, it all goes down. Make this a date and make it super cute.
Oh, that looks lovely. All right. Stick around.
that.
We'll see this now.
Ready, steady, color your plate. The search from Zanzi's next cooking star begins on the new season of Color Your Plate with Cook.
Good to be cooking with you again. I know, right? Fitting for the month of love. Our first 4 contestants must create a meal from the heart for the perfect date night.
Is this even possible?
Time is not my side.
Never underestimate the competition.
I'm here to win.
Catch all the cooking drama on Clear Plate with Cook Tuesdays at 7 p.m. only on SABC2, starting on the 11th of February.
It's my feel good show.
Welcome back. It's still on S3 and we've been having such a beautiful time together. And right now on your Feel Good Breakfast Show is where we get to celebrate excellence. Because, my friend, we're exploring what makes a workplace a great workplace. This morning, Absa is celebrating the fact that for the 4th year in a row, they have been voted the top employer in Africa. And it's so beautiful to see why. Because these are the guys that tell us that your story matters. And they're doing this by making sure that the people that work and make sure that we have an amazing bank called Absa actually have growth within their organization. And more than anything else, they're actually investing in their people. So here to tell us a little bit more, it is none other than Dr. Lesego Rametsi. She is in the building as not only a medical doctor, as well as someone who has colleague experience, but she's here to let us know exactly how these award-winning strategies that she has led are part of absolutely everything that makes Absa what it is. And when I say that, I'm talking about a great workplace. Everybody, let's give her a feel-good welcome. She is none other than the managing executive for colleague experience at Absa. It is Doc. Oh. There's a doctor in the house. Hello, my doc. How are you?
Good morning. Thank you so much for the beautiful welcome. I'm amazing this morning.
Yes.
And I am sharing a space with an amazing lady. And thank you so much for having me.
Thank you so much, Doc. This is why they said you're amazing and why you guys as Absa got voted for the 4th year in a row, the top employer in Africa. Speak to me a little bit about this, because what exactly is the top employer certification and what does it mean for Absa to be recognized as this for the 4th year in a row?
This certification actually is from the Top Employers Institute. So it's an independent body that certifies employers across the globe.
Yes.
So this certification, there's a global leg, there's an African leg.
Yeah.
And as Absa, we are really excited that for the 4th year in a row, we have been recertified. So what it really talks to is about our people practices.
Yeah.
At Absa, you talked about the fact that your story matters. And I firmly believe that at the center of a story is a human being. And our people at Absa are the business.
Sure.
And that is actually, it's not an afterthought. Our people are the business. And it was Richard Branson actually who said, take care of your employees, they'll take care of your customers.
Yeah.
And I'm currently reading a book that says your customer experience actually will never exceed your colleague experience.
Oh,
and it's for that reason at Absa, we firmly believe that at the heart of everything that we do, our people are firmly there. So we really have an ambition of building a truly human-centric organization.
Yes.
And with the advent of AI, we all know that, you know, as technology is evolving, we firmly believe that the people will be the competitive advantage of any organization.
Come on. Because what story does a robot have?
No, I tell you the story. The robot doesn't have a story.
It doesn't have a story,
But
exactly.
you and I,
we have
stories. And beautiful stories for that matter.
100%.
Absolutely. So our ambition is really to be home of Africa's top talent.
Sure.
And our ability to do so really is firmly grounded on our people practices, on really creating unparalleled colleague experiences across the entire colleague life cycle, and making sure that there's hyper-personalization of these experiences.
It's true. And Doc, I love the way you put it, where you were just like, if you take care of your people, they'll take care of the clients.
Absolutely.
And I think a lot of people miss that, honestly and truly. But talk to me a little bit about just the well-being of employees and how this is genuinely such a major thing for Absa and a major focus more than anything else. And what initiatives exactly support that to make sure that you really are looking after the well-being of your employees?
Yeah, you did mention that I'm a medical doctor. So health and well-being actually is something that, you know, it's one of my life purposes.
Oh, wow.
I firmly believe that, you know, stewardship is important. And if you think about, colleagues, if you think about people, they are a microcosm of the population. So where we draw our employees from, actually the mirror image of where we operate, irrespective of whether it's in South Africa, in Zambia, in Mauritius. So with that understanding, it's always important to really know what is it, what are the health risks, well-being risks that people concede with, so that you can implement strategies in the workplace then enable them to thrive, to really go above and beyond. Because when employees thrive, organizations thrive.
Oh, come on.
Yeah, and I love what it's termed now, in sustainability language, that well-being actually is the fourth bottom line. So you cannot not think about well-being, in the context of business. Because if you do not have strategies that actually mitigate for the health and well-being risks that, people bring into the organization, you will have to concede with high sick leave utilization, presenteeism, low morale. And for us at Absa, our well-being strategy actually is part of the culture, it's part of the DNA of what we do at Absa. So we firmly believe that well-being starts with self. So we really look at individual well-being holistically, whether it's mental, physical, spiritual, occupational, so all facets of well-being. But there we really is about education and awareness and empowering our people. Remember, we are all about empowering Africa's tomorrow together.
Yes.
One story at a time.
And
that story starts with individuals.
Oh, come on.
So really it's about family, making sure that, our employees are aware, they're empowered to take care of their well-being, but also they are supported in case they need support, because life does happen.
I love that. And this is why you're the boss lady at Absa. This is why they trust you. Also, yes, boss lady, I'm a freelancer. I can work at Expresso. I can also work at Absa. So if you're ever looking for another, you know what I mean?
Yes, and I love the energy.
You see.
We are, red is about energy.
Do you see?
And definitely I see some synergies and connections here.
Okay, we'll take it offline, okay?
Okay, I love that.
Thank you so much. Congratulations to you guys.
Thank you so much.
4th year in a row is not a small feat.
Absolutely.
And this is why I'm glad you're boasting about it. You're letting people know.
Yeah.
And I look forward to everything that Absa is still going to be doing. Thank you, Doc.
Thank you so much for having me, and have a good morning.
So beautiful.
Thank you,
It is definitely a good morning when we're able to celebrate with Absa. Remember, they were voted the top employer in Africa for the 4th year in a row. Did you hear that? It's absolutely incredible. And this is why we're able to trust them, because at the heart of everything they do, they believe that your story matters.
There are stories of strivers, and we're inspired by them all. We invite you to write your story with us. Your story matters. Absa.
I absolutely love that. Well, it's just gone 8 o'clock. We have to get into your final bit of news for this Tuesday morning. Let's start out nationally, where the Eastern Cape Human Rights Commission reports that ventilated improved pit latrines in the province failed to meet safety guidelines, endangering young learners. Now, the investigation found that these toilets, intended to replace traditional pit latrines, do not comply with essential design and safety standards. However, the Provincial Department of Education disputes the findings, insisting the structures meet minimum norms and safety requirements. The report raises concerns about school sanitation infrastructure, highlighting ongoing challenges in ensuring safe and dignified facilities for learners. In other national news, the National Ports Authority has partnered with a consortium to develop a 7 billion rand gas terminal at Richards Bay Port. Linked to Eskom's power generation plans, the first phase, set for completion by 2028, includes a floating storage unit capable of handling 2 million tons of liquefied natural gas annually. The Zululand Energy Terminal, a joint venture between Vopak Terminal Durban and Transnet Pipelines, will cover 70% of the cost. Now, KZN Premier Tami Ntuli says a refueling terminal for ships will also be built, creating about 1,000 jobs. In your international news making headlines, judges at the International Criminal Court, or the ICC, are investigating whether Italy's release of Libyan military officer Osama El-Masrin, wanted for war crimes, breaches the court's statute. Now, last week, Italy's Justice Minister Carlo Nordio stated that Njime's release was due to inaccuracies in the ICC's arrest warrant. Njime, suspected of murder, torture and rape, was freed and repatriated to Tripoli. His release caused outrage, triggering a legal investigation into Italy's government. The ICC may refer the case to the United Nations Security Council. Meanwhile, the Israeli delegation that traveled to Doha, Qatar for talks on the second phase of a Gaza ceasefire has returned to Israel. The talks, brokered by Egypt and Qatar, aimed to finalize ceasefire terms and address the release of more hostages and prisoners. Our progress was reportedly hindered by mutual distrust, with both sides accusing each other of failing to meet terms. Hamas has, meanwhile, announced it is delaying the release of Israeli hostages, citing Israeli breaches of the ceasefire agreement. Israel condemned this as a violation. And on your beautiful Tuesday morning, we close off with this bit of news where we say move over, Jaws. There's a new legend in the deep. Ocean researchers have tagged Contender, the largest male great white ever recorded in the Atlantic. Measuring a jaw-dropping 4.2 meters and weighing 750 kilograms, this ocean giant was first spotted off the U.S. coast and has since traveled 320 kilometers. Our scientists will be tracking him for 5 years, gathering vital data to protect these species, classified as, quote, vulnerable. While great whites are often linked to South Africa's waters, they truly are global wanderers. Despite their fearsome reputation, shark attacks remain rare. Contender's journey can even be followed online, just proof that these majestic predators deserve admiration and not fear. Perhaps one day he'll even visit South Africa's famous shark hotspots. And that's where we close your news for this Tuesday morning. Let's see your last bit of sports with Ewan. Here's the details.
Thank you so much, Chris. Let's quickly take a last look at your major sports stories going into your Tuesday. Champions League, Real Madrid and Manchester City meet tonight at 10 p.m. in a high-stakes Champions League clash. Both teams, of course, failed to reach the top 8 in the revised round-robin format, making this matchup even more crucial. Now, Manchester City enters strong form, while Madrid's Carlo Ancelotti, ever the winner, believes tonight's game could determine the eventual winner of the competition. With both teams so evenly matched, you can expect a thrilling encounter. And in the Cricket Tri-Series, the Proteas versus New Zealand. In the Cricket Tri-Series, New Zealand's Kane Williamson achieved a milestone, scoring 133 off 113 balls to help his team chase down South Africa's 305, securing a 6-wicket victory. Now, this also saw him surpass legends like Virat Kohli and Sachin Tendulkar in becoming the fastest to 7,000 ODI runs. Now, despite stand-up performances, including Matthew Breed's impressive 150 from 148 balls, the Proteas were defeated. Now, New Zealand advances to the final, while the Proteas face Pakistan at 11 o'clock today. And netball, the South African women's netball team claimed silver at the Vitality Nations Cup in London, and that's after winning all their round-robin games, but falling to England 61-55 in the final. Now, despite the heartache, it's been a year of growth for the Proteas, with emerging stars like Komogelo Maseko impressing internationally. Uganda secured bronze with a win over Malawi, and congratulations to England, who secured their 6th Nations Cup title. And Dricus du Plessis, his earnings, my goodness. UFC middleweight champion Dricus du Plessis earned an impressive $3.34 million. It's around 62 million rand for defending his belt against Sean Strickland at UFC 312. Now, this adds to his previous earnings of around $2.04 million, 37.5 million rand, from his win over Israel Adesanya. Now, these substantial payouts reflect, of course, the dedication and the very hard work du Plessis puts into his craft. Well done, champ. That's where we leave your sport headlines for your Tuesday. Let's take one last look at your roads and your weather.
Thank you so much, Ewan. Here's what's happening on your roads and where you need to make sure you avoid should you be in a rush. Starting off in Gauteng, Pretoria, there's been an accident on the N1 southbound at Linwood Road. The left lane is affected, resulting in slow-moving traffic. Stick to the right-hand side of the road and proceed with caution if you are making your way to that side. Then in the mother city, Cape Teasy, back-to-back traffic is being experienced along the N7 south at Plattekloof ramp. Delays are expected, so please allow for travel time to accommodate the expected delays and plan your route accordingly. Let's jump on into what's happening on your weather right here on your Feel Good Breakfast Show. The South African Weather Service has issued a yellow level 2 warning for the Limpopo Valley, where disruptive rainfall could cause localized flooding in informal settlements and low-lying areas. Damaging winds and waves are expected between Cape Columbine and Cape Agulhas, making navigation difficult at sea, unfortunately. Extremely hot conditions, though, are expected across parts of Namakwa District and the Western Cape, with temperatures reaching 36 to 40 degrees Celsius. Meanwhile, the combined dam level in the Western Cape has dropped below 80%, reflecting the expected summer trend following a good winter season of rainfall. We'll keep you up to date with anything else, as we always do. But right now, my favorite part, I always tell you, it is the sunrise view. And this morning, Nyla from George, my love, this is absolutely incredible. 26 degrees is what's going to be happening on your side, but you got the first parts of what the day was looking like, the sun getting ready to shine that 26 degrees upon George. Thank you so much, Nyla. I think this is so stunning, and I think that the sun had allowed the clouds to also just have a little bit of a shine over there as well. It is always so lovely to be able to see what's happening with your sunrise view, Mzansi, and you know where to always send it, rather, 063-408-8863. For now, let's jump on into your temperatures. This is what they're looking like for today.
Summer still very much around, hot temperatures, but let's heat things up a little bit further before we do anything else. Panda, push up, play Powerball and Powerball Plus for 19 million rand in total estimated jackpots today, this Tuesday, yes. So make sure you don't miss out. Play Powerball for an estimated 5 million and Powerball Plus for an estimated 14 million rand today. You can buy your tickets now in store on the nationallottery.co.za website, the mobile app, cell phone banking, or to enter via USSD, you can dial *120 *7529 hash. And as always, we've made it easy for you. We've posted all of those details on our Expresso social media pages, so please go check them out. Panda Pusher, play Powerball and Powerball Plus for 19 million rand in total estimated jackpots today. It could be you. You could be lucky. Go for it now.
And we're wishing you all the luck because we're anticipating many good things coming your way on the 14th of February. Of course, we know it's Valentine's Day, and on this Tuesday, it's all about relationships, baby. And we've got to get into that conversation about whether or not the 14th of Feb is the ideal time for you to spread your love and share your love and confess your love to a very significant somebody. We've got Daniela May in the building, and she's going to help us unpack the details all around setting boundaries when it does come to love in just a bit. So grab that little bit of breakfast that's left over and make sure you join us after this.
A whole season ahead, a myriad of possibilities.
Absa, official banking partner of the Premier League.
It's my feel good breakfast show.
Welcome back. It is your Feel Good Breakfast Show right here on S3. It's Expresso, in case you're wondering where you're at. And yes, we're talking about the month of love. With Valentine's Day just around the corner, the timing of this, I think, is definitely very important. Relationship dilemmas on a Tuesday, it only makes sense.
Yeah, the dilemma or the situation, whatever you want to call it, is this. So a guy and a girl, obviously we're not going to name any names, have been seeing each other for a couple of months. But the thing is, they haven't had the talk about being exclusive. So he is wondering if he should plan a romantic Valentine's Day surprise to make his intentions very clear. Should he take the risk and confess his feelings, or rather just play it cool and see how things unfold? So that is pretty much what we're dealing with.
I like that, and I think that we could do this, but I'm going to do you one better because we brought in the amazing Daniela May, renowned family therapist, divorce mediator, and parenting coordinator with over years of experience. Now, she's here to help share her advice and thoughts on how to go about the situation. So let's give her a feel-good welcome.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good. So first thoughts on this little dilemma scenario that we have, because we have Valentine's Day. Depends on the type of person, how you see Valentine's Day. You either might feel pressure, you know, because with Valentine's Day around the corner, or excitement.
Totally.
So, yeah.
I mean, Valentine's Day is one of those things that we've prescribed to. It's kind of like...
It's in your inbox every year.
You know what? It's like, yeah, it's in your inbox, it's in your Woolies, you know, the closest Woolies near you, you know. It's like the universe is like saying, or the world is saying, show your love, show your appreciation to that special person.
And if you don't, something wrong with you. No, I'm just kidding.
No, but if you, I mean, people feel so much pressure around this one day. And I mean, like, we have to consider the fact that some people don't prescribe to that. Some people do. Some people love it. I was just saying before now that I've got a cousin who got married on Valentine's Day. She got proposed on Valentine's Day. She like wears red hearts every single year, you know. And you get other people who are like, why should I spend like 500 Rand extra on flowers just because it's today, you know? The point that I'm making here is it could go one of two ways. That is the honest truth. Making a grand gesture on Valentine's Day to somebody who loves Valentine's Day is going to feel like the most special woman in the whole world. Doing it for somebody who doesn't prescribe to Valentine's Day may feel like an immense amount of pressure to like give the answer that the person is expecting.
So basically what we are saying here, given our scenario and what we read now, is they've only been together a few months. How well do you know your partner?
Exactly.
That's pretty much what it comes down to for me.
It does. But I mean, like, I want to get into like the risk aspect of it, because my message today on this wonderful Tuesday morning is that it's enough time wasting. Like, life is short, life is valuable. We do not need to waste our time on the what ifs, on the what's going to happen.
Right.
So the thing is that everything in life is a risk. And if you want to be happy, you have to be willing to take those risks. So it doesn't matter if it's if you've chosen Valentine's Day, fine, just like read the room while you're doing it. But the point is, take the risk. There's no point in sitting there wondering whether it's going to work out, whether the other person feels the same way. Who the heck wants to spend their life with somebody who doesn't feel the same way? And I think that the message is that we need to actually just put a little harness on our egos and say, you know what? If we can have the mindset that the early rejections are the greatest gift to our lives, we will be so much more productive and successful, because we're not wasting the time. If you're sitting there for 10 years before you have the conversation and they're like, you know what, I really don't feel it, you've wasted 10 years of your life. 2 months, 3 months, it's all the same thing. So take the risk 100%.
I love that.
That's
and
cool.
you know what? When it comes to love and real, true love, it is about vulnerability. You are opening yourself up. I mean, your walls have to be knocked down in order for you to even gain reward in love. So, yes, take the risk. But how do you sort of manage disappointment if you've now put your heart on your sleeve, thrown yourself out there, and it's just like a womp womp?
Cry and you eat chocolates.
You do. There's plenty of those.
But I mean, I am so for feeling all the feels. Like, you have to go through the emotions, and this is what life is about. So if you're taking a risk, you know that there may be a negative outcome, right? Otherwise it wouldn't be a risk, it would be simple. So I think that everybody goes through this in life, everybody deals with it. Nobody's ever died from rejection from a couple of months, you know. Pain, of course, I'm not underplaying the pain of the rejection, and maybe you genuinely do see this person as your forever person. There's nothing more painful than that, not being reciprocated. But the point is, deal with it in your way. If it is running, screaming, crying, you need to actually put yourself in that situation and really go through it. Feel it. Feel yourself out of it, you know?
I mean, I don't want to tell people, go out there and get hurt, it's okay, you know, but realize it's okay, it sucks.
But you know what? It is okay.
You learn.
It is okay, exactly. It is okay to get hurt because with that hurt, you know what to avoid in the future. And I'm not talking about the entire situation. I'm saying maybe through that hurt, you realize that that person wasn't really the right one for you, you know? And then you become maybe a little bit more picky and you guard your heart a little bit more. Don't take away the vulnerability. Don't build the walls up high, but realize. And also, it sounds ridiculous, and I'm very sorry because it is painful. But the more you do it, the closer you come to your final result, but the more prepared you are for the rejection, you know? So it's one of those things, and it's a human condition. I mean, it really is.
It's also risky when you just assume things, right? You can't assume that somebody feels the same way about you, even if you're in a 5-year relationship or you've just got started. Communication is always important, and you've got to kind of leave space for the alternative? Is that
I mean, communication, the easiest way, this is a big secret that I'm going to tell everybody. The easiest way to know how someone feels is to ask them.
I love that. Secret unlocked.
Ask them. You know what?
The thing for me is hopefully the other person can articulate how they are feeling.
They can. Well, we hope they can if they
Because
can't.
I'm battling sometimes. Babes, I'm sorry. To find the words. She knows. Like when I go into a thing, it's very hard for me sometimes to express in a way what I'm feeling in a way that she can understand.
And you also get frustrated
because challenging because I get frustrated. So ultimately I would go like, you know, let's not talk about it then.
But now what is that saying to somebody? Let's not talk about it.
Yeah, no, it didn't go down well.
But you see, the thing is that we hope, especially if you've been with somebody for a couple of months or years or whatever, that you understand their body language, you understand when they are feeling uncomfortable. You know, we need to trust our guts, you know. So let's communicate, because once again, let's find out right now what the situation. Let me tell you this, okay? So now, guys, I really need 10 million rand from both of you, 5 million rand each.
Right.
Will you give it to me?
No.
Hell no.
Sorry.
Okay. So now I could have sat here for the next 5 hours wondering if maybe you're going to give it to me or not. Or I could have sat here thinking, I really need the money. I asked you now, I know you're not giving it to me, right? If I didn't ask you, there's no answer. I did ask you, what if you said yes? I would have left here knowing the answer. You said no. I know the answer, you know, now I can move on with my life. So the point is, it doesn't change the fact that I still need or want, but now I know what the boundary is.
I find there's a little bit of a grey area if I take into account a little bit my own life and backstory, because obviously taking a look at the scenario, it looks like it's a new relationship. I don't know in what stage of life they are, but if I'm reading it, it's potentially still a young couple. But like you were saying, now ask and you will then find out. So I did ask as a youngster, because you are looking forward to a relationship. And I remember I was coming back from an athletics thing on the whole bus ride. I'm psyching myself up to ask a question, will you be my girlfriend? And I couldn't. And then I did. And she said yes. And I was like, oh, my goodness. But then a weekend went past, and she obviously lied about her feelings because she felt bad for me for asking, and she dumped me on the Monday. This was a Friday. So you know what I'm saying? So I was shattered. And then I also learned, like, okay, well, I can ask, but I also got to understand and listen to really, what are you meaning this? I'm not just going to take it. I don't know. Maybe that charmed me a little bit. I got burned.
You
know what I'm saying? Because people, like I said, is difficult because they don't potentially want to hurt you, so they'll say something else
out of
instead.
pity.
So this is potentially what this guy is worried about. Should I make my feelings known to her? Will I get the right feedback that I want?
I think that there's value in that, in the sense that if you make the gesture too grand or pin it so heavily onto an occasion, that there's more chance of that happening. The same as when we see on TV, like at a rugby match or whatever, a guy proposes to his girlfriend, like on
all
camera.
eyes on you.
And what if she's a private person?
Exactly. And then it's like, yes, I'll marry you. And then they get in the car and like, what the heck
what
did
you
you
do?
Exactly. So the point is, we need to, I think that for me personally, it's more valuable when it's just any other Wednesday or any other situation, you know. The fact that it's pinned onto it. I also, if I was this woman, I may feel like you're asking me just
because
it's Valentine's Day. So
That's a great point to
I
make.
think it's very important. I mean, even now, okay, so what is it? It's Tuesday now. Valentine's Day is on Friday.
Yeah.
My advice is in passing to ask her, what are your feelings about Valentine's Day?
Yeah.
You know? And then make the decision from there. If she's like, oh my God, Valentine's Day is coming, I'm so excited. Then you know your answer.
Right, we're gonna stop it there. Thank you very much, Daniela. Please, we'd love to hear from you as well on WhatsApp. Send us your voice notes. What do you think about our dilemma? Should he make his feelings known this Valentine's Day? 063-408-8863. Have a chat with us and maybe give advice. Maybe you've been listening and you've got a lot to say, so we'd want to hear.
It's my feel good show.
Welcome back into your Feel Good Breakfast Show. What a fun topic this morning. Daniela Mayer is still with us as we continue the conversation and take a look at what you had to say to a little dilemma. Just to recap very quickly, a guy and a girl have been seeing each other for a couple of months. With Valentine's Day approaching, he wants to use the day to make the relationship exclusive. So he's wondering, you know, should he go ahead on Valentine's Day to surprise her and make his intentions clear?
Tough.
So,
It's a tough one, and I think there is a lot of pressure around Valentine's Day. I know I keep saying I absolutely love the day. That's just because I'm a lover of love. But sometimes it does get a little bit complicated, especially where clarity is concerned.
Yeah.
You know, you're trying to establish, okay, is this a path we're going to pursue together? Is this something I have to take a risk on? Is this something that we're going to, you know, potentially lose at the end of the day? Before we touch base with that, we've got to check in with you, Expresso fam. Thank you for getting in touch with what you had to say with your comments. So let's have a look.
All right, so Arlene Bierkes, thank you very much. I vote for saying it loud and clear, whether on Valentine's Day or any other day of the year. We all want to be loved and adored, and to hear someone say that you are his or her one and is the one and only, really wonderful. So, yeah, thank you very much, Arlene, coming through. Say, listen, doesn't matter if it's Valentine's Day or not, say it loud and proud. I like that.
I like that approach too. Well, let's see what else you had to say.
So we have another one here. Lesejo, he must confess. With the Valentine's Day, a 3-day surprise. He must confess.
I
Yes.
kind of like Lesejo's take on this. You must
Love
confess. Okay, let's see one more comment from you. This one coming from
Ooh.
Tradicia. Play it cool. Play it cool. Okay. I don't know. I'm not really into the generation that we're in where everybody's just trying to be cool and be like, oh, what's love? No.
Play cool. Are we? So, you know, are we exclusive now? You know?
I want you. Say it with your chest.
Yeah.
And then see. Take it like a man. You know what I mean?
Or just drop it in conversation. It's like, you know what, now that we're exclusive, you know.
Yeah, exactly. I want to amalgamate all those comments if I can. So, play it cool. I mean, like, it depends on how much time you have and how important that exclusivity is to you, right?
Yeah,
Do you want to be in a situation where it's not exclusive? If that's totally cool with you, by all means, play it cool. This message does not seem like that person is in that frame of mind.
It seems like this person is quite nervous and anxious because I think there might be a real fear here from his side of the rejection, which I can understand because maybe he really likes this person that he's with. Zanele, you've been listening to this conversation as well, and you know, when it comes to rejection, how do you deal with it? Because that's my next question here for Daniela. How would you deal with it?
All right, so my Ewan, let me be honest with you. There's actually someone right there at the Cape Town studios. He goes by the name of Apiwe. I asked him to be my Valentine. He said no.
Wow.
So for me, it's... Okay, I'm joking. I'm kidding. I'm joking, guys. I am joking. That did not happen, okay? Listen, I have been on the other side. I've been doing the rejecting like a lot of my adult life. Let me say that. Okay, I was joking about that pure thing. I think that I got a little bit of PTSD after being rejected by someone that I had a crush on in grade 6. It just didn't land well with me, you know what I mean? So from there, I never really put it out there, you know? I'd always allow myself to be the honey and then the bees must come. I'm never the hunter, if that makes sense. So I think that that's how it kind of affected me, I'll say. So maybe I haven't dealt with it in the best way or in the healthiest way, I'll be honest.
Okay. Well, maybe it seems that you've learned as well out of your past relationship. That's for sure. Thank you very much, Zanele. So there we have it. People get hurt, you know, in the past, and maybe this is the case with our scenario here as well. What advice would you now give to this particular gent? Because we can kind of establish now that he is kind of apprehensive about Valentine's Day being such a big deal. It's a worldly big thing. He's scared potentially of rejectment. What does he do?
So I think that I also just want to mention something back to Valentine's Day. I feel that this person has got his heart set on Valentine's Day, and that is okay. Because I also feel that it's kind of like the cycle, that because it's Valentine's Day, and because everyone makes such a fuss of it, a little cool group of people decided to reject Valentine's Day, and now anybody who celebrates it is not cool anymore, you know, and then there's this world movement towards a Valentine's Day sucks, and then Valentine's Day, like Singles Day and whatever. You know what, Valentine's Day in black and white for the simple purpose of it is a love day. And there was one message that came in to say everybody likes to be loved and adored and whatever. And that is 100% true. I don't care who you are, where you come from. Everybody loves to feel loved and adored and special. So, having said that, if you feel like Valentine's Day is a thing you like to celebrate, that is perfectly reasonable grounds to present this exclusivity offer conversation on a day that makes you feel like you're at the top of your game, you know, and powerful and whatever. Please do understand, though, that it could go the wrong way for you, but that's okay. And I think that I love dealing with people who are grieving the loss of a relationship, where they get to a certain point, because is there any greater feeling in the world than meeting somebody and falling in love with them? Is there? Like, not really, you know?
It's very difficult
the excitement, the butterflies and all of that. And you know what? The point is that it's very difficult and maybe a little bit like sinister to think like this. But if this is not going to work for you and you grieve it, that feeling is there again with somebody else. You know, it's coming. It is coming. You can look forward to the fact that you're going to feel that way again. But you can also do that knowing, I mean, like we were saying, if you were accepted when you were in the bus, whatever, and that worked out, you would never have met your wife, you know? So the point is
it all
that
leads you to where you need to be.
Exactly.
You might not see it in the moment.
You never would as a teenage boy, ever.
But I can look back and say now to you all, stay strong. Anyways, that's it.
But it's true. Every single rejection, every single acceptance, every stepping stone is a stepping stone towards your ultimate kingdom of happiness in your life. So take them on.
Take them on.
Come on now.
Listen,
Well, Expresso fam.
we've got another comment that came through.
I'd like to say anonymous though.
You
so
did,
we won't say your name, but they did say, me and my partner have been together for 6 years, and I thought by now he would propose to me. We had this conversation many times, but nothing happened. And the other day we went to go look for rings, and I told him, let's just get engaged right now. But he just laughed at me. So Where do I stand with my partner?
All right,
The
Daniela,
laugh
I'm not
killed
even going to
me.
comment on this one.
So we can't tap into somebody else's brain, unfortunately.
Yeah.
So, I mean, like, there are various options here. Either it was laughed off because there's a plan for a proposal.
That's what it sounded like. I don't know.
Yeah, you definitely don't want to now like get involved with that and ruin the plan. Another possibility is that there's no intention for ever getting married, and that needs to be discussed.
Sure.
So I am a huge hater of ultimatums. But at the same time, I'm a huge hater of wasting your life waiting, hoping, and praying and everything. So I think that it's fair to say that if there's no proposal or no discussion by a certain time, don't say, if you don't propose to me by X, you're out, but say it to yourself. If he hasn't proposed by X, I'm going to approach him with this.
But
maybe
yeah. I mean, I'm looking at this like you rightly said, because maybe you are somebody that really wants to get married, but you know, if it comes to that point where the other person is not proposing, yes, you can say that to yourself silently, but you should, I think, also look at the relationship. Are you happy with this
100%, exactly.
And is marriage really going to change the way that you feel?
I love that, because it's true. You have to think, okay, why is it not working out the way that I wanted to? And often when things don't work out the way we want them to, there are massive like alarm bells for us to do that, to look into it and see.
Absolutely.
Because the non-proposal, and I'm not saying this is true for this case, but the non-proposal could be the, hey, wake up, have a look, watch out what you're doing, I'm saving you here, you know. So I think that
pay attention,
but most importantly, pay attention to your own needs and desires and whatever, because we were, again, I'm on this trip now where we are so not put on this planet to make anyone else's lives happier or easier and whatever at the expense of our own.
Absolutely.
If he's not proposing and you know you want to marry this man, if he hasn't done it by X day, speak to him about it and say, it feels like this is not on the cards for us. Am I right? You know?
I think exit strategies are great.
Yeah, I think that's great. But maybe having that conversation with him and the response that he might be giving, say, listen, marriage to me, it's a deep-rooted issue. It's not something that I fully agree with. That's why it's difficult, but I love you. And I don't see why this can't work going forward. So I don't know what's the outcome.
But you see, at least once you've asked, you know. Exactly. Then
Ask
you know.
and you shall receive.
100%.
I think we will leave it there.
Yeah.
Absolutely great. Daniela,
Thank you so
as
much.
always.
Thank you guys so
what a
much.
pleasure
Happy
having you.
Valentine's Day.
Happy
Valentine's Day.
That was like a throwaway.
I love it. Well, that is all from our relationship talk today. Of course, we'll see you again next week, same time, same place, with more dilemmas. For now, let's head over to Joburg to see how Daniela is doing.
Oh, it is so cute that we're all wishing each other happy Valentine's Day. This is why we had to have absolutely everything that has to do with love on this show right here all throughout the week. So you better make sure you're here with us 6 to 9 a.m. All right, Mzansi? Right about now, though, coming up, a young recipe of a spicy mango margarita sorbet. It sounds like a mix and a mash and everything in between. You got to stick around for it. Something else that's also still coming up, we do a little bit of a quick fire questions with none other than Clarity and Majorsteez. And honey, they're also still going to be performing right here on your Feel Good Breakfast show, so do stick around. For now, we'll take a short break while they do a little bit of a sound check. We'll be back after this.
It's my feel good breakfast show.
A little bit of fire for your morning. I'm talking about the fact that we get to have some quick fire questions with Majorsteez and Clarity, our amazing performers this morning. They still got a little bit something just for you, Mzansi. But for now, let's get to know them a little bit better. Gents, are you ready for those quick fire questions that I have for you?
Yes, let's do it.
Okay, all right, here we go. First and foremost, what item is worth spending more money on? I'd say jewelry. What do you guys say? It's quick fire, guys. Quick.
Oh, what item?
What item?
Food. Always food.
Oh, hectic.
Food.
Jewelry.
Jewelry, I love it. And you, Clarity?
Food.
Food. Aye. You guys are so easy. Sana. Oh, Sana. What is, or rather, which artist sang the hit song Shape of You?
Ed Sheeran.
Ed Sheeran?
And then they said Eddie Murphy.
Hi, Steez. Sana.
Nelly.
Are you awake? Are you sure?
It's very elegant.
Okay, all right. Number 3, what's one thing that surprises people about you?
That I'm a producer.
Ooh, why? What do they think you are, Sana?
You're
giving me maths. You're giving me mathematician.
Engineer, yeah.
You see, I love that. Yes.
That I'm shorter in person.
Okay.
Then I say TV does that to everyone.
Okay, I'm so sorry. Stop lying about us. Please, please, please. Don't put us in there with you. You're so rude. Yes, Major.
That I'm actually very humble.
Ooh, why do people think you give arrogant vibes, honey?
Yeah, they always like think that, you know, we're kind of, you know, on the edge or just like different people than like, yeah, but
it's
they'd
the
be
mysterious
surprised.
thing.
Yeah.
It's the mysterious thing. I get it.
Yeah.
But let's go into number 4.
Yeah.
Where's your happy place?
The Bible.
Amen. Amen.
The Bible.
Is everyone going to bite that one?
Yeah.
The
Don't
Bible.
bite my swag.
The Bible, then music.
Then music. Love that. Priorities.
Yeah, studio and at home.
Love that. Number 5. Name one song you wish was yours. Ooh. Ooh. Maybe a young Scooter Baba.
Oh my God.
Once Here by Calvin Momo.
Ooh. I get that. I get that.
Oh my
It's
God.
King Calvin.
Oh, Major.
Titombo Weni by Casper Nyovest.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
I thought by the time it get to me, I would have thought of it. Yes, I want too many of them. I'm gonna go Cosma Puma. Ngbolegeni.
Hey, hectic. Scott's my king. Let's go into, would you ever appear on a reality show? You two, I know you would. You don't even need to answer. Am I wrong?
Yes, I would.
Major. Not me.
Really?
I would.
That is so interesting. And Clarity? Clarity is doing nice there at the back. He doesn't. He's got no time. He's got no time for the reality show. Love or friendship?
Love.
What does that mean?
I don't know.
Okay. That's perfectly fine. Would you rather find your dream job or win the lottery? We actually spoke about this earlier.
Win the lot.
100 million. 100 million.
Well, guys, you can panda, push up, play. Hey, with all the details we have here on Expresso, okay?
Do we have the numbers?
I can't, well, that's up to you, son. I can't help you with that.
We got him.
Good, we got him. Has a girl ever broken your heart?
Plenty of times.
Son, why do you trust them? Also you, what's going on?
I don't.
Okay, hectic. Steez? What's that? Are you the heartbreaker?
No.
But someone has to do the heartbreaking.
Yeah, sure, once. I'm sure once. Yeah.
Once? In your whole entire life?
Yeah, no.
Do you know that your parents could be watching this and you're busy lying on national television?
Next question.
Clarity?
Nah.
Never?
Nah.
Is it because like you've never been really in love? What
No. I mean, I am in love now.
Okay.
Prior,
nah. Okay. Yeah. All right, Mr.
Yeah, that's what I meant.
Oh, sure. Sure, of course, Steez. Then, Kings, what are your plans for Valentine's Day?
Yo.
I'm still cooking.
Hey, the single guy spoke first. That is so interesting. Steve?
She's watching, so now if I spoil the thing, I'm going to have to come up with a whole new plan.
Yeah.
Now,
baby girl, there's a plan for you, huh?
You know what I'm saying?
Hope you're right. Clarity, she's right.
Yeah,
like, you know?
Yeah. I'm going to go with the...
You're going to go with the... You're not trying to spoil the... Let's hope there's actually plans here. That's what I'm going to say. You know, sometimes they're like, oh, baby, I've got a plan. But then, gents...
Men's conference.
Okay, amazing. Gents, is anyone getting married anytime soon?
God willing.
Ooh.
Like maybe the next few years.
Okay. And you said she's watching how many years?
Few.
How many? How's few? How many is few?
Under 5.
Ooh. like 4.5?
Under 5.
Fair enough, Clarity.
Maybe 2.
So he's getting back.
Wedding song is ready, son. It's ready. Esh Major. Remember, there's still the post of minister at my cabinet as the mayor of Singletown. Hey?
Yes. No, I'll be performing at their weddings.
Nice.
And, yeah, I think I'll be last in line.
You'll be last in line.
Yeah.
You're best for last, Kaluk.
You know
what I mean?
You know what I mean?
Okay. One of our producers just said, I'll marry him. So you've got someone who's ready. Kisses. Okay. James, let's do a little bit of a who's more likely between the three of you, because you guys have such a good, relationship. Who's more likely to fall asleep in studio? Sana. I didn't even hesitate. Who's more likely to finish all the food?
Yeah.
Between the two, okay. Okay, who's more likely to not answer a WhatsApp? Okay, all right. This is why we're single. I don't know why. Nothing. Hectic. Who's more likely to start a business?
All of us.
All of you. I love it. I love that. See, this is why winning your winning lives. And gents, you're doing amazing. And thank you so much for everything you're doing in terms of just pushing the culture forward. Shout out to you guys. Of course. Hi, but don't say thank you for having us. You're still going to perform. Hi, Bo.
Oh.
Okay, they're coming up, even if they're not 100% away, but they are. And this is why you got to stick around. It is going to be a beautiful performance indeed. And right about now, even my ring is flying off. My beautiful Expresso family, I know that you're still sticking around because we still got to go until 9 a.m. What's happening there in Cape TZ? That's what I'm thinking. Hey, guys.
Well, I'll tell you now, we're going to beat the heat right here in the mother city with something delicious. I know Upington is experiencing 41 degrees, which is crazy. So the spicy mango margarita sorbet is coming your way. Whether you're relaxing on a sunny day or looking to impress guests, it's fun, it's flavorful, and definitely a treat that's going to steal the show. You and I actually just want the end product to eat. So I'm going to watch you make it.
We're going to get to the end product. Okay. So just to answer the next question, it's breezy.
It's breezy.
Yeah, exactly. That was very cheesy.
I like it. It's breezy and Cape TZ.
Yeah, well, as the director's going through, I was like, Ewan, that was cheesy.
They're jealous, Ewan, because you got the
So we're going to start with some mango that we've been pureeing. It's been pureed. Okay, so we're going to put it in a cold bowl. So the key is to keep everything cool while you're doing this. All right, also keep yourself cool so you can look cool while eating your margarita. We have some non-alcoholic tequila that's going to go in there, just thought I'd pick you on
I taste it to see if it's...
Well, it smells actually like tequila. Yeah. Well, how does tequila smell like nothing?
Well, I don't know about that.
Some water. All right, some lemon juice. As you can see, everything is beautifully packed out for us. You can get all the ingredients and the list on our website, expressoshow.com. Sugar that's going to go in there because we want it nice and sweet. And a little bit of course, salt as well.
A nice balance as well.
So now we're just going to mix.
Yeah.
All right. So we're going to mix and mix and mix.
Mixing.
So what you do with this is, it's very, so this is the nice thing about this, is really is quick. The frozen part of it might be a little bit tricky, but it's not that bad because you want to pop it into the freezer. You want to take it out every now and again as the top layer starts freezing. You want to mix it up because you want to prevent that ice crystals from forming.
Right, because this is the texture that we're looking for.
Smooth sorbet, exactly. And then once it's done a couple of times, you can see it starting to freeze through, then you freeze it proper.
Oh, I like that. Also, mango is, let's be honest, the best fruit that God ever invented.
I love mango. There's nothing more tropical than a mango.
Juicy, sweet, when it's cold, so delicious. That and watermelon.
Yeah, absolutely. So if I say the word tropical and I say think with fruit, what would it be?
I'm thinking coconut.
Coconut?
Yeah, sorry. Was that the wrong answer?
No, it's not the wrong answer. But okay, wait. Fruit that you will easily eat.
Easily eat?
Yeah.
Oh.
I have lychee, mango.
Easily? Not easily.
What?
That's hard to eat. You gotta peel it, then there's a thing in the middle.
In terms of a look, coconut, yes, is technically topical.
Hard to eat too.
But how are you gonna
I never thought about that.
It's like, let's quickly just have a coconut. Sure.
Let me just peel this coconut.
Yeah, let's peel this coconut very quickly. Okay.
Yes, a mango,
Anyways,
a mango.
So we want to. This is pretty much what we're going to do with it. Okay. So this is interesting. Some strawberry jam and then some chili salt because we did say it's going to be a spicy.
Do you want to mix them
margarita.
or?
So so you can do it one of two ways. You can either use this as a topping, or you can kind of mix it through. So there we have it as a topping.
Delicious.
So I think just what we do is why don't you do that? Just mix it through a little bit.
Okay, I'm going to use a little bit because
Yes.
I don't know. It's a touch.
Yes, because I also don't know how spicy that is.
I don't know. A little bit of this. Mix it through. I like the color that it creates.
Absolutely. And then obviously you've got a presentation is very important. So mint leaf is
This one.
your go-to topper.
Oh, that's nice. That's created
very
something.
nice.
Okay, then have a spoonful and let me know.
Okay.
Put a little bit of salt on it as well. Take a spoonful.
Oh, you going to give me that?
Yeah, it's Valentine's. I've got to feed you. Wait, that's yours.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah? Oh my gosh, okay, now I'm excited.
That is phenomenal. The strawberry jam, I was wondering what the strawberry jam is going to do. That's good, eh? That chili sauce has got a bit of a spice.
It gets
like
you
a kick.
afterwards.
Yeah.
Wow.
So I presume, I mean, yes, we're using mango,
I can't double dip.
but you
I want
I also
more.
want more. Okay, I'll tell you what I'm going to do. Watch this. Watch this.
That's smarter. ExpressoShow.com is where you can get this deliciousness. Clearly, we cannot get enough. It's
Yeah.
absolutely good.
But I mean, imagine
This is
making,
easy
like I
enough.
mentioned, for me, another tropical fruit is like a lychee. Maybe a little bit more effort in terms of getting it pureed, but I mean, you could definitely do a lychee with this.
Yeah, very challenging.
Strawberry.
Okay, strawberry. I feel like the mango's creamy, so it
Yes.
definitely allows for that.
Oh,
I would also squeeze some lime on top of it. Absolutely delicious. But I'm here for the sorbet. It's also dairy-free, so it's lactose-friendly. And this is something that you could definitely add to your Valentine's Day meal. I would say impress your somebody by having a starter main and a dessert.
Listen, I'm not even joking, but I am
In
literally
heaven?
blown away by how delicious this is.
Yeah, same. Not that we're
man.
surprised because we always make the best recipes ever.
But you know, when you have this idea of what you think it will taste like,
Yeah,
and it
absolutely.
looks good, and it's like, yeah, I'll eat that easy. But when you actually now chow it,
So good.
you must
Okay,
take
you know,
over now,
I'm
Chris,
going to
because
gift
I'm
you
just
this.
gonna.
Tomorrow is our culinary hotline. It is a Wednesday. And then I'm going to test everybody because the Tuesday is everyone awake. It's a culinary hotline, Bloon. Good enough. Good
No,
enough. Good enough. I'll
fine.
take it. And we're going to get into some delicious recipes and see if we
so
can
good.
even top this. Because I think between January and February, this might just be the best thing we've made.
It is the best thing I've tasted in a while. No, so good.
Please, you heard Ewan's review. 5 out of 5, 10 out of 10 would recommend. Add this to your Valentine's Day menu. We'll see you after this. Okay, now I gotta have more.
Channel your inner feel good on Expresso with me, Zanele Potelwa.
And me, Carissa Cupido.
Something huge is coming on the 30th of February because it's
We're doing the first ever TV and 2 radio station simulcast.
Joined by Stan Mars and the Big Breakfast team from Good Hope FM and Carissa Cupido in Cape Town.
5FM's 5 Breakfast with Nick Hammond joins us on air in Johannesburg.
It's a radio takeover on Expresso Thursday, the 30th of February, 6 to 9 a.m. on S3.
It's my Feel Good Breakfast Show.
Welcome back, Expresso fam. It is so good to still have you here with us on this Tuesday morning. And we have to give you absolutely, you know what it is for you? It was the sorbet.
It was the sorbet. I'm sorry. That takes it. I'm sold. That is really, really good.
And of course, you being here, and we want to give you and gift you one last chance to win big, because we want you to panda push your play Powerball. And then there's also Powerball Plus for 19 million rand in total estimated jackpots this Tuesday. Now, don't miss out. Play Powerball for an estimated 5 million. Then there's Powerball Plus for an estimated 14 million rand today. Imagine how many mangoes you could buy
I
with
was
that.
just about to say, imagine how many sorbets you can make for that.
So many.
Look, it's a lot of money. It's a life-changing amount of money. And it doesn't take a lot to just get yourself in the running. It's very easy as well. You can buy your tickets now in store on the nationallottery.co.za website, the mobile app, cell phone banking, or simply by dialing *120 *7529 hash. You can enter via USSD.
I love that. Now, you know that you want your sorbet and your mango, so these details are on our Expresso social pages. So please get yourself in the running to Panda Pusher Play Powerball and Powerball Plus for 19 million rand in total estimated jackpots today. I'm just saying that you could hit it lucky. I'm crossing fingers for you to maybe hit that jackpot. For now, we're going to go to Joburg to listen to some music.
Let's get some clarity.
Let's get some clarity.
Ooh, I see what you guys did there. Let's get some clarity. Come on. And honey, bring some Majorsteez, if you will. Now, this is where we get to say goodbye, Expresso family. But thank you so much for hanging out with us. We also always make sure we end off with a bang. So, with their track, Final Destination, it is Majorsteez and Clarity.
Yeah. When I pull up to the function, it's for the ladies, that's the assumption. Yeah, but that is my department. I just can't take you back to the apartment. Yeah, it's time to tell me what you don't. Just put your number in my phone, and we don't even have to postpone. I got plans for us, we don't have to go home. Dinner table, reservations, still the lead, drop the location. Baby, you and I get a combination. Walking on the aisle, final destination. Look into my eyes, communication. I will never lie for your information. Baby, you and I get a combination. Walking on the aisle, final destination. Yeah, we go dropping, champagne, you say. We go bumping, honeymoon, français. We go shopping. On the highest level, get topping. Talking about your favorite topic. Take a try, but they never go copy. Then I roll up and I empty my pocket. But I'm ready to go and make that deposit. In the table, reservations. We said Lily, drop the location. Baby, you and I kill a combination. Walking up the aisle, final destination. Look into my eyes, for communication. I will never lie for your information. Baby, you and I kill a combination. Walking up the aisle, final destination. To the table, reservation. We said Lily, drop the location. Baby, you and I kill a combination. Walking up the aisle, final destination. Look into my eyes, for communication. I will never lie for your information. Baby, you and I kill a combination. Walking up the aisle, final destination. It's clear to see. Ladies and gentlemen, happy Valentine's Day in advance. We are Majorsteez. This clarity is clear to see. For communication, for your information. Yeah. And that was Final Destination.
Yes! Come on! Oh my goodness, Expresso family, it's always so great hanging out with you. You know, it's all about making sure that you feel good for the rest of the day right here on your Feel Good Breakfast Show. It is Majorsteez and Clarity closing us out. And right about now, I want to say, see you tomorrow, 6 a.m. right here on S3 for your Feel Good Breakfast Show. We love you. Bye-bye.
Today,
Never Feel Good production.